I need that sports encyclopedia. BetUS, Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. How did you?
You are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. You's not it. What's the topic? With your logic when I flow. Big Komodo, I was talking.
You gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves. That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so past it, don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy can be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
With the gap, Smitty and Jason Brown.
To the Coach JB show.
What up? We are in the building on a Merciless Monday. Happy Veterans Day to all. Shout out to all the veterans out there, man. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. We love you all on this Merciless Monday. It's E-Dub, Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champ Monday. Shaun King will join us as well. Man, oh man, we got a lot to dive into today. A lot of football to discuss. College football, NFL football, you name it. High school football. Eric Weddle got a big win in the high school California State playoff first round the other day that I attended. They move on to the second round this weekend against a much better team. We're going to dive into that with E-Dub. Plus, his Rams play tonight against the Dolphins for Monday Night Football. And we witnessed some interesting football over the weekend. Let me just say that. We're going to dive into my top 5, bottom 5 of the barrels. And we're going to dive into my top 5 NFL Coach of the Year candidates, who I believe are Coach of the Year favorites right now. We're going to dive into a few of those things as well. But before we begin, make sure you head on over to BetUS, who is the proud sponsor of this show right here. BetUS, use the promo code CoachJB, get you a 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. So go head on over there today and pick that Rams-Dolphins game tonight. Plus the NBA and NHL are in full swing as well. So head on over there today. And don't forget to tell them Coach JB sent you. So hopefully all is well. It's Veterans Day, as we're about 70 days from inauguration. Hopefully President-elect Donald Trump, 47th president on a second term, will be put in office, and they don't try to do some funny, fishy stuff. Because remember, this guy got elected. He's not in the office yet. It's not inaugurated yet. I'm hearing they're going to put Kamala Harris as president right now. So that means that she'll be the acting president, which they can do. I told you they're up to something. I'm sure they will be up to something. She'll be the president for the next 70 days. And then who knows? It's funny. I know they had another plan, though. Guarantee you that. They didn't just concede that easily for no reason. But a lot going on today. Not a lot going on in the world. And it's Veterans Day, man. So I'm trying to stay positive for all the veterans who have served this beautiful country that hopefully we get back. And shout out to everybody, man. Hit that like, pound that like on the realest show on Planet ERF. Colorado got a big win versus Texas Tech. We're going to dive into that. My main man, Steve Kim, went to Atlanta only to see his team lose to Georgia Tech. As you know, I'm going to have Miami at the bottom of my barrel today because they should have lost probably 3 to 4 games this year. ACC refs saved them quite often. And now we're going to have Steve Kim on tomorrow in a very bad mood. Big Matt, we're trying to see if he can join us today. He's got some issues going on at the office, so we'll see. But Colorado got a big win on the road against Texas Tech. Of course, not without any shitbirdness, as a couple shitbirds on the sideline talking shit to Texas Tech ball boys. You know, got to make it interesting there at Colorado. But they got the win. I did not get to see the game. I was on the boat, so I can't comment on the referees. I can't comment on any of that shit. I didn't see it. So maybe we'll bring Bailey in later on. He'll give me some insight on what's going on with that. So we'll dive into it, man. But before we begin, let's get going and let's dive into it. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. As you know, I love to say it. It's on the back of my T-shirts on CoachJBStore.com. Head on over there and get you some new merch today. Visors, bucket hats, you name it, we got it. Mediocrity is the new excellence, as like I just said. So I got T-shirts that says it. Mediocrity is the new excellence. As the Lions, behind Jared Goff's 5 interceptions, got the win last night. Over my upset pick of the night, the Texans, with C.J. Stroud, who was cooking early. I tweeted about it, but who also threw a few ill-advised interceptions as they lose a heartbreaker on a last-second field goal. The Lions field goal kicker, Bates, kicked one this far from the right goalpost and this far from the left goalpost to win the game. Never seen that shit before in my life. Never seen the ball go that close to the goalpost and not hit it. Twice. Not once. Twice. Unbelievable inning to a game. It kind of gives you a kind of like a this is destiny vibe with this Lions team, who are playing as good as anybody in the NFL, even though the Chiefs are undefeated. The Lions are clearly the best team in football right now to win a football game after throwing 5 interceptions in Jared Goff's worst performance in 4 years. I tweeted out, this is why the Rams got rid of him. Tells you that the Lions are battle-tested. MCDC's got to be one of the Coach of the Year candidates we'll discuss later on in the show. This football season has been the worst of my lifetime. I'm just going to be honest. Guys throwing 7 combined picks, and the one who threw 5 wins the game. We have more injuries than we've ever seen before. We got guys opting out before the season begins over contract extensions while they're under contract. Yes, you heard me correctly. Make it make sense. Joe Burrow's having one of the best years of his career, but their team is just ass. The 2 of his wide receivers have been selfish on one side, hurt and selfish on the other side. We got shitbirds galore throughout the league. Buffalo loses a shitbird, gains peace of mind, addition by subtraction, but what do I know? And Sean McDermott is quietly in the conversation as coach of the year as well. Set 8-2 Buffalo Bills team, who I said would smoke the Colts yesterday on the pregame show. But what do I know? The only undefeated team in football has played 75% of their games at home on the easiest schedule in football, led by Mahomes, who has had the worst season of his career to date. But mediocrity is the new excellence. But what do I know? The Steelers get 2 QBs this offseason for string cheese and Chico sticks, and the weird one of the 2 has them in Super Bowl contention. The sophomore slump is real, as I said before the season. C.J. Stroud has hit a bit of a wall, while Jaden McDaniels is a Rookie of the Year candidate in the MVP conversation. The savior of the Chicago Bears football world wears nails and has been on bust status besides maybe 2 games like I called, but what do I know? And the Patriots, the once feared organization, is a lame duck team with no QB and a rookie head coach, by the way, who just beat those Bears I just mentioned with the fingernail painting quarterback. The Cowboys have the Cowboys have been an absolute joke, overpaid, under-delivering ass team, year in and year out. So why is this year any different? I don't know why anyone out there would actually think it would be. The Eagles have been hit and miss, while the Lions are quietly the best team in football, and their quarterback just threw 5 picks and won. It's about as watered down as I can ever remember. But what do I know? College football is even worse, in my opinion. A lot of you think college football is better. I actually think it's worse. Miami loses to Georgia Tech after 4 games they should have already lost, finally catches up with them. Georgia no-shows versus Ole Miss. Bama destroys LSU, and Florida State are the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL, of college football. They're the laughingstock, as Notre Dame puts up a half 100 on them. The West Coast has been destroyed. All of its conferences have been depleted, and Arizona State sitting with 7 wins. Utah looks horrible. BYU is undefeated with a team of Mormons led by a Jew at quarterback, and Ohio State smoked Purdue as they get ready for possibly the story of the year in Indiana. Indiana's undefeated, people. Oregon stays at the top of college football, but for how long now that Georgia lost? Will we see a repeat of Ohio State versus Oregon in some type of way? USC is a joke, and UCLA beat Nebraska and Iowa in their last 2 games. After their coach told the world that UCLA is in LA, near LA, by a beach. What the fuck are you talking about? We're not watered down. We are witnessing some bad football, people, but what do I know? Let's dive into the show. Jared Goff and the Lions took out the Texans last night on Sunday Night Football despite Jared Goff throwing 5 picks. Colorado takes out Texas Tech and Lubbock, and Iowa State loses to Kansas, which I called on this show. But what do I know? Which puts Colorado on track for the Big 12 championship. Utah Athletic Director Mark Harlan goes off on the Big 12 refs after Utah loses to BYU in interesting fashion. Deebo Samuel walks into the stadium looking like a made-up human with a tight-ass leather dress, short pant, capri pant, something on, and then shoves the long snapper and grabs him by the neck, Tabor Pepper, after the kicker Jake Moody misses 3 field goals. Jake Moody, Tabor Pepper, we got a problem. We're going to discuss it here in a minute. You got choked by a fucking weirdo ass. We got a problem. We're going to break that down. Florida men's basketball head coach Todd Golden has been accused by multiple women of harassment and stalking. Oh, my goodness. There's all kinds of things going on today. On this Merciless Monday, Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Big Smitty will be back on Thursday. So I'm rocking solo with a few guests. Shaun King will step in. Jeff Nadu, Big Matt McChesney. It's E-Dub, Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champ Monday. Appreciate everybody jumping in on a Veterans Day. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one. Quote of the day brought to you by BetUS. Let's head into it. What up, what up, what up? I am here for BetUS. BetUS is now powering the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty as our proud new sponsor. Head on over to BetUS today and bet all things Major League Baseball. We're in the thick of the playoffs. NBA is getting ready to start up, and the NFL is right dab in the middle of the season. You can bet it all on BetUS. Short, fast, skinny, tall, they bet it all. And make sure you use my promo code CoachJB and get you 150% off, up to $2,000 on your first bet and up to 125% off on your second and third bet if you choose to do so. Plus, you get insurance protection and gambler's protection on both second and third bets. So make sure you head on over to betus.com, use my promo code CoachJB, and make it happen. BetUS, the best offshore book in the business. Head on over there today. Is that proud new sponsor of the Coach AB Show with Big Smitty. BetUS. Go check it out. Peace. BetUS powered by. Make sure you head on over there. Contrary to belief, still reign. Viewership drops when I'm solo now. Just so we're clear. It's not. I'm not a math major. I'm a truth teller. I got truth serum. The show's better with Smitty's on. Just throwing it out there. Some of you may like me alone. but that doesn't mean the views are better. The views are better with Smitty. Just, it's fact. Go check it. I don't know if you need to know that. So I like money. So Smitty's the co-host. The views are better with Smitty, just contrary to belief. So make sure you guys don't just spew out false information out there. People like the back and forth, the oil and water, the fire and ice. So just understand, it's better with a co-host because, listen, I did this for 4 years solo. It's not fucking easy. Just so you're clear, it's not easy. Some of you may rather have me alone, which I'll do a lot of shit solo, by the way. But a lot of you don't understand. It's a real show with a co-host. It's a real show. Doesn't matter who you like or don't like. We both agree and disagree. That's what makes a good show. So you guys need to get out your feelings. So shout out to all the supporters, but I'm just telling you, it's better with Smitty. It's just fact. Quote of the day. Brought to you by BetUS. Powered by BetUS. Quote of the day. Keep your goals to yourself. Let your success speak for you. Don't tell everybody your goals, people, because I don't know if you realize people will steal your goals. People will steal your goals. I don't know if you realize that. People will steal your goals and use them. Keep your goals to yourself and let your success speak for you. Quote of the day brought to you by BetUS. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there today and use the promo code CoachJB. Contrary to belief, learning is to not repeat your failures, but never forget what made you successful. Don't repeat your failures, contrary to belief. That's when you actually learn. But never forget what made you successful. Don't forget your failures, but don't repeat your failures either. Poll question real quick. Maybe we'll take some callers. Poll question real quick for you guys. I got to ask you, please drop it. Please drop it in the chat because I can't wait to get it. And I want honest answers. I don't want no bullshit ass answers. I don't want no fake answers. I want real answers. Are you truly excited to watch football every week? That's the poll question. Drop it in the chat. Are you truly excited? Because I'm going to be honest. When I'm on my yacht and I'm sitting out there on the Pacific Ocean, I see so many people commenting on my tweets and on my Instagrams and on my TikToks that they stopped watching football. They don't watch it anyway. JB, you're doing the right thing by being on the water. Football's horrific. I'm getting a lot of that on my algorithm, my timeline, whatever you call it. I'm just asking, man. American sports on Veterans Day has died. I'm just telling you. American sports are dead in America. They are bad. Basketball's fucking unwatchable. Basketball's unwatchable. Baseball, all these rule changes in the pitch count and all, pitch clock. I can't watch baseball unless it's the Dodgers win the World Series. I watch 4 games all year long. Sports are bad in America. Just keep it real. I'm just keeping it real. You guys have accepted mediocrity as your new excellence. Just be on. Let's have an honest conversation. You guys have allowed mediocrity to be your new excellence. And you force your brain to tell you that you're actually watching something good. This ain't good, bro. I know what's good, and I know what's not. This ain't it. Sorry. We'll disagree. We'll agree to disagree the whole damn time. Basketball starts off with load management. We got guys all off season in Bali who doesn't really invest in their bodies to give the fan what they deserve, the paying fan what they deserve. Philadelphia 76ers fans, you guys should boycott. You don't even get your best player. You get Paul George, who you trade for, and gets hurt right out the gate. Man, it's a joke. It's a joke. If you're Chiefs Queendom fans, you should all just be excited as hell. Because to be honest, you guys play every game at home. The refs call everything for you. You got Taylor Swift walking around with security, milk of magnesia. I mean, the Chiefs Queendom fans, you should be loving life. You don't ever have to leave home. You got every game at home. It's unbelievable. I've never seen this many home games in a row to start or right out the gate in the NFL season. How many home games have you motherfuckers had? How many home games have the Chiefs had, Bailey? I'm seriously, am I just over-exaggerating? How many home games have the Chiefs played? I'm so curious. Like, they've played 9 football games, right? They're 9-0. Females coach football. Females coach hockey. And you think football, hockey, and all these sports are better. You think sports is better? Oh, it's unbelievable. I got to pull my yacht out the water today. Got a water leak. It's a freshwater leak, so that means it's from inside, not outside, or I'd be sunk on the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. I got a water leak. Got to pull the boat out, man. Dreading that today. Pulling a 10,500-pound boat out of the water, putting it on a 5,000-pound trailer, and then hauling that bitch 2 hours is not a fun day. So if we end the show a little early today, don't be too surprised by it. Yeah, I got a little water. That's called a yacht, TC. It's a yacht. And if you know what boat stands for, break out another 1,000. TC. Every time I go play on the boat, it costs me about 1,000. That's what it means. But TC, we know that you could work 6 years and not make $1,000. So it's okay. You don't, it's okay. Boats cost money. That's what toys do. And guess what? When you do it, you're going to have to go out and pay for it, period. But listen, Prestige Worldwide, motherfucker, boats are home. And I can do it. And I can do it. That's the problem. That's what I can do. Work hard, play hard. That is what it is. I love to say I can go out and spend 1,000 to fix the boat every day. TC said, my house is bigger than yours, JB. But my dick's bigger than yours. That's all that matters. Your house may be. It's probably a 1956 house your dad left you. And you inherited the house. It's boarded up with wood. My house is brand new. Only person ever to live in it. You've lived in your house with 30 other people who've lived in your house throughout your life. It's fucking run on septic. You got propane for your motherfucking gas. I don't. I got real electric and shit, homie. I don't got to run an extension all the way to fucking my neighbor, Barney, and borrow his electric. I don't got to do all that, TC. But shout out to you being a fanboy. Love it. God damn. Some of you motherfuckers, jealous one's envy. You know, it's called jealous one's envy. That's what it's called. Jealous one's envy. Cole, I think you're making false accusations, Cole. Again, Cole. You're just talking nonsense, Cole. God. I know. I'm just a slave driver, Cole. You fucking idiots. Let's get into it, man. We got lots to break down here today. Lots to dive into. Deebo Samuel shoves a long snapper. Tabor Pepper on the sideline. Take a look at this because that's not a shove to me. That's a choke. He tried to choke him. Now, do we have him entering the stadium? I just got to ask. Do we have this motherfucker entering the stadium? Can we pause it? Because I'm trying to figure out what it is right there. All right, so is this the black Arnold Schwarzenegger? Is he looking like the black Terminator? I don't know what this is. I got to be honest. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to be honest on this show like I always am, and I'm going to be real. And I've had actually 2 NFL coaches, I'll never tell you who they are, 2 NFL coaches actually text me saying this. If he ain't gay, we don't know what the fuck gay is anymore. That's from 2 NFL coaches that currently coach in the NFL. Good friends of mine. If he ain't gay, then we don't know what gay is. Why? Why would you wear that, homie? Like, let's be honest. Is that a skirt? First of all, I got to ask, is it a skirt? Are those shorts? Are there a split in there? What is the split? What the fuck is going on? Lucy, females in the chat, is this a skirt? What is it? Please let me know. Please tell me it's shorts. Please tell me it's some sort of short. I'm curious. I want to know. But please tell me what it is. Because I'm being honest. Jamel Ridley, here you come out of nowhere, motherfucker. Do you not know that gay men have the baddest bitches in the world, you dumb fuck? Jamel Ridley said, have you seen his girl? You can't be gay with a broad like that. Beep, false, wrong. Every gay dude I know got the baddest bitches around them, you fucking dummy. Holy shit. Are you serious? That's your fucking excuse to defend his ass? You're defending him because he has a bad bitch around him? You're defending that shit right there. See, time out. This is the problem we have. Jamel Ridley is actually defending this weirdo fuck right here in baby oil, leather, looking like a motherfucking Terminator, and he's defending him because this generation is soft as pussy. This generation wants boys to be girls. He's defending this attire right here. He's still doing it. Jamel's still doing it. So he gay because of some clothes? No, he gay because he's fucking masculine looking, dumb fuck. No, he's gay because he's wearing a skirt, motherfucker. Are you fucking shitting me, Jamel Ridley? How do you define gay, Jamel? Jamel, homie, you are worse than this motherfucker. Jamel, are you gay? Keep it funky. Just tell us now, homie. It's all good. Are you gay? This motherfucker's the gay Terminator, and Jamel Ridley is really on here defending this motherfucker. Just tell us you're gay, homie. Keep it funky. Fuck it. We're all here. We're here for it. Just tell us, dog. Just tell us, dog. It's all good, homie. We still like you, homie. Jamel, you're gay. Ain't nobody playing with you. You are gay, homie. Like, let's be real. You're gay. Just keep it funky. I mean, it is what it is, Jamel. You are a fucking homo. Period. You defending him. You like girls coaching too, right, motherfucker? Anyone who defends this is not against it. Let's keep it funky. If you defend it, that means you're okay with it, and you're okay with boys dressing like this. You are gay. Let's just keep it funky. That's all you got. That's what it is. Shit. You know what I hope? I hope that Trump gets back in and we get back to being American again. I swear to God, that's really what I go to bed thinking. Trump, if you need me, homie, I'm here. I'll help you out. I'll get us cracking. I'll get us back cracking. Because I got to be real. We need to get America back being American. And this is what I mean. The F word. We need to be able to say it right here on the show. I need to be able to call Jamel Ridley the straight up F word. That's what I need to call you, motherfucker. I need to call you the F word. I need to use the R word again. Oh, I love the R word. Motherfuck, the R word is missing, man. We are missing. And then an RF? Oh, you're a RF? Holy fuck, I can't wait. I may coach again. If I can call a kid, I'm telling you, I'm back. Because I used to call my kids that shit every day. You RF? If you don't know what the RF is, but I want to say it. I want to say it so goddamn bad. My tip of my dick is tingling. I want to say it so bad. God damn, I want to say it so bad to Jamil and all these motherfuckers. By the way, Jamil, you look like Jamil Hill, motherfucker. You got a female name, dog. I don't know if I don't know if you know that yet. You got a female name defending a motherfucker looking like a female. What does that tell you? You're a fucking gay. I don't know if you realize that shit. But is what it is. Is what it is. That guy that just dressed and came in there with a black tight leather skirt on choked the long snapper for the kicker missing the kicks. I got a problem with that, man. It's a lot of beta-ness going on in here. A lot of beta males in the chat. A lot of beta males walking in in the NFL. A lot of beta males getting choked by the beta male. I don't even know what that means. When the beta gets choked by the beta, what does that mean? What is the long snapper then? A minus beta? I don't know. I don't know what this guy is. I don't know what the beta male that got choked is by the beta male. I'm trying to put all this together. I'm trying to put it all together. But I would be damned if a dude walked in the locker room with baby oil and a leather skirt on and then choked me out. I would be damned if I would ever show my face again. I couldn't show my face again on national TV as the long snapper for getting choked by the guy wearing this leather skirt. I couldn't be around anymore. I'm just telling you, dog. Bailey, is he holding a purse too? Oh, shit. I didn't even notice that, dog. I didn't even notice it, Bailey. I didn't even notice what he had, what he was holding. Man, oh, man, oh, man. I don't get it, dog. I really don't get it. I do not get it. Shut up. Don't tell me the long snapper is that. Is there proof? Do we have proof? Please tell me we got proof. Please tell me there's proof of that. There's no fucking way. You're telling me that, Leah, do you know the long snapper is possibly a Kamala Harris supporter? No! Is the long snapper truly a Kamala Harris supporter? Is that what I'm hearing from my sources? Don't tell me that the long snapper's a Kamala Harris supporter, homie. Oh. No way. Fuck. No way. Now it's all coming to make sense. Doesn't it make sense now? So listen to what I'm about to tell you real quick, okay? Let me tell you a story. All you little fuck boys, come sit on daddy's lap. Let me tell you a story. So, the beta male and the emasculation and proclamation of American Nation, when we started to feminize males and turn them into girls, okay, what happened was y'all accepted it. Just like mediocrity's new excellence in football. Y'all have accepted it, told your brains that this is what it's supposed to be, when it's not. So what's happened is, the beta male has now captured the audience of you guys. And now football, this is talking football, sober, that non-member motherfucker. Shut your motherfucking ass up or become a member, motherfucker. I'll block your bitch ass. So the bottom line is, this is what football is that you guys have all accepted. You see where I'm going with this? You have accepted this as good. Oh! Tabor Pepper is not happy Donald Trump won the election. Guess what, Taylor Pepper? I'm not happy you got choked out by a fucking dude wearing a black leather fucking skirt either, motherfucker. You pussy. Look at the two pussies going at it. Can we go back to brass tacks here? Holy shit, man. You got my mind thinking here. Bailey on the ones and twos. You got my whole brain working here in a crazy manner, okay? Shout out to everybody in here solo dolo with me. You got my mind working crazy. Can two pussies fuck each other? Please let me know. Can two vaginas touch each other and actually have intercourse? No. Can't happen. Never seen it happen. I don't know how it happens. I'm curious. One of them needs a dildo or a dick. I don't know if two pussies to each other touching can actually fuck each other. I've never seen it. Have you? So you guys out there have accepted the fact that women can coach pro football and hockey. You guys can have beta males choking other beta males and sitting there thinking that this is the fucking greatest football you've ever watched. What? What? You really think this is great shit we're watching? We got two betas choking each other out, but it gets better. Hold on, it gets better. D. Jones said MAGA allowed this. Here's it gets better, D. Jones. But Bosa puts on a MAGA hat, freedom of speech, right? Or our amendment, puts on a hat and gets fined $11,180. He gets fined for wearing a hat that we should all be able to wear. But you all can wear LGBTQ hats, no problem. You can wear rainbow colors in NFL games, no problem. Listen, why don't I bitch and moan and get the motherfucker wearing rainbow hats kicked out of the NFL game? So my freedom of speech is just one-sided, huh? We can wear rainbow shit, LGBTQ shit. I can watch a boy dressed like a girl walking into a stadium, but I can't have my own hat on that has nothing racist, nothing towards any human in the stadium. It's just a hat for expressing my freedom. And we get kicked out. So a guy wearing a MAGA hat gets kicked out of the game, but you can dress in a leather skirt. You can get a leather skirt on and walk into the game and be okay? Come on, homie. You don't see what's happening? You don't see what's happening? But America's spoken. And on America, Veterans Day today, shout out to everybody coming in the chat today. Shout out to all you guys, man. America has spoken. We got tired of it. America looked in the mirror and was like, fuck, man. We need a man back in office. We need a man so we can put kickoff back in the NFL. And we're not just standing there waiting for a kickoff to happen. Motherfuckers just standing there watching the ball. Like, have you watched kickoff seriously? And just, he ain't returning it anyway. Let's go. We'll jog off the field. Literally, motherfuckers are on the field. The kickoff happens. The guy doesn't return it, and the guys just go straight to the sideline. There was no activity. There was no activity. Nothing happened. What happened to the alpha male sport we once knew? Kickoff, wedge breakers, going down, holding hands, busting a motherfucker. What happened to the alpha male sports I grew up with? I just want to know, man. And I want to know when boys became girls. Period. Because Deebo Samuel, you're a fucking girl. I don't give a fuck who wears that shit. I don't care who defends that shit. You look like a broad, homie. And you should be a motherfucking shame to yourself. What the fuck are you wearing? Hey, nice thighs, motherfucker. Nice fucking thighs, homie. Nice fucking thighs. Are you showing off your thighs, you fucking weirdo fuck? Hey, Jamil Ridley, are you massaging that motherfucker's thighs at night, homie? Nice calves, motherfucker. You fucking weirdo motherfuckers. You really defend this shit. It's fucking crazy to me. Caleb Williams paints his motherfucking nails. Y'all defended it on this show when he started doing it a couple years ago. You motherfuckers defended this motherfucker wearing painted nails. Now you defend the Duke kid that plays basketball. Now you defend the kid. It's like Alabama wide receiver. This is the fucking what's going on. Jamil I'm looking at his legs because you got a female name, motherfucker. That's why, homeboy. You soft pussy. Stop defending dudes wearing girl dresses, motherfucker. You suspect as a motherfucker, Jamel Hill. You suspect as fuck. Sus, motherfucker, whatever you call it. Sus. You sus as a motherfucker. Shit. You old motherfucking soft pussy. You're the reason our kids are pussy now, Jamel Ridley. Motherfucker. You're the reason we're pussy now. You're the reason youth football is pussy now, Jamel Ridley. Motherfucker. Soft-ass motherfucker talking about a black leather skirt being worn by a dude in a fucking NFL game walking into the San Francisco locker room, by the way. Uh-oh. Maybe the motherfucker's been in Frisco too long. It is the gayest city in America. But nobody wants to talk about that. Maybe Deebo got turned out. Have you thought of that? Shit. Maybe Deebo got turned out. Get the fuck out of here, man. God damn. You motherfucker defending the worst shit. You defending motherfucker. It's unbelievable to me. Unbelievable. Nick Sirianni accidentally admitted Jalen Hurts had an ankle injury, and Philly's PR team tries to cover it up. Let's dive into this one.
Seen Jalen be held back for load management before. What was behind that on Wednesday?
Yeah, you know, he's dealing with it was on the injury report, dealing with the ankle, and you know, just making sure we're precautious with everything.
What's wrong with the ankle? He wasn't on the ankle. I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts. It was an ankle.
What's that?
It was the rest.
That was the rest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No problem.
I thought you were talking about something else. All right.
Is Jalen dealing with an ankle problem?
No, rest.
Well, it wasn't on the injury report. And that's another weirdo motherfucker, man. That's a weirdo fuck, too. I'm going to be honest with you, man. That's a weird motherfucker, man. His lisp having ass, man. He's another weird motherfucker, man. I'm just telling you. I think we have done our football players such an injustice by allowing mediocrity as our new excellence. We've allowed coaches to never, ever, 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 ever get through to these kids to where we see the kid reach optimal levels. That's what the coaches are now. Mediocrity is the new excellence, where coaches now like Sirianni, Mike McDaniel, all these weirdo fucks absolutely are failing us right now. I'm going to be real. Absolutely are failing these players because not one player is getting better under their tutelage. Just keep it funky. Not one player is getting better under Sirianni. The team's digressing because they have a very, very loaded roster. They have a winning roster. And right now, they're good. They're balling. They're winning. But let's be real, man. This guy struggles when the going gets tough. And I'm just telling you. That's why Miami's MO. What's Miami's MO? Another weirdo motherfucking coach. Their players aren't getting better. These players aren't getting better under these weirdo fucking coaches. Look at the OG coaches in the league like Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin and guys that actually are winning with less. They're getting more out of their players. These other motherfuckers have much better rosters and are failing them at an all-time high. And if you don't believe it's true, go look at a fucking game. Go watch it. Come sit with me and watch it so you can actually learn something and not listen to Mina fucking Kimes. By the way, another DEI female hire who's sitting up here telling you what to believe, and you believe it. Jamel Ridley seriously watches Mina Kimes' show and thinks cover 2 is a real fucking thing against nickel. And she thinks nickel personnel is never out there and shouldn't be out there versus 12 personnel. Well, it's not out there versus 12 personnel, Mina. So you shouldn't even be fucking discussing it. And throw out a formation, motherfucker. But guess what? We got Jamel Ridley's of the world listening to Mina Kimes and tell us that Deebo Samuel looks cute walking into the stadium. You motherfuckers got my stomach hurting this morning, dog. I'm going to be real. Like, you don't even understand all the shit I'm throwing out there today. God damn. You don't get it? Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire, motherfucker. No, it's not. Holy shit. I had a broad over the house. And real female, by the way. She don't want female in men's sports at all. She don't want females in men's sports at all. She's a real female, by the way. You know, makeup, you know, real shit, real titties, real parts. She don't want women in men's sport at all. She gets it. She gets it. I'm just be honest. I don't fuck around with women that don't agree with me with that. Because it tells me you're Butch and not Butch Davis or Butch Cassidy. You're Butch. You're Butch. She's a real female. I only fuck with real females, homie. Not fucking females that want to think all inclusive. Everything's inclusive. No, it's not. It's not. What? James Durham, the one that has a picture of me. You're a weirdo fuck. I got to get rid of this motherfucker, Bailey. This motherfucker just scares me from screenshots a picture of my face eating. That shit is, we got to get rid of this motherfucker. He's a weirdo fuck, homie. By the way, let's answer him, though. Jay Jones got hurt. Game 1, play 1. Never played again under me. So couldn't really get him better, number 1. Contrary to your belief, fuck boy. And 2, Malik was already the number 1 quarterback in America that I coached since he was a little kid, by the way. He was already number 1 quarterback in America that went to Florida State. So there is no coaching and getting him better at JUCO. I don't know if you know how JUCO works. JUCO works where I get the best players, and then I win a bunch of games, and then I win it all, and then I get them right mentally, and then they go back to a 4-year. I don't know if you know how JUCO works. That's what JUCO is. I'm not there to actually get Raheem Boyd better or Calvin Jackson or Jermaine Johnson. I'm supposed to go get the best player, get them over there, fix their life so they can go to Alabama, Georgia, Florida State. Do you get how it works now? Got it. Okay, good. Now you're blocked. You're a weirdo fuck. Holy fuck. God damn. That's a weirdo motherfucker there, boy. Woo, shit. Got to get rid of that motherfucker. I mean, that's a lot of work, homie, to screenshot me in mid while I'm eating or some shit, and you screenshot it. That motherfucker's a stalker. That dude, if you caught him on the wrong day, would literally eat your face. God damn. That's a weird motherfucker, man. Holy shit. Sirianni, though, these coaches got to stop covering up and they're lying. They're lying to each other. They're lying to everybody out there, and you actually listen to them and believe it. You actually listen to it and believe it. Here we go. Barbara Streisand entered the chat. Barbara, I loved your early stuff. I loved your early stuff. You were good. Since then, though, you became fucking horrible. When you and Elton John did that collab album, and we know about Elton John. I know Elton and Deebo Samuel probably are going to do a collab next. But you and Elton John, when you guys did that, you fell off bad. You fell off bad. But listen, Barbara. Elon stole the election. JB, wake up. Fucking Barbara Streisand, shout out to you for coming in the chat. But listen, I got to be honest. I feel so vindicated listening to all the left weirdos, the made-up humans, the LGBTQ, the fucking boys who want to be girls, the boys who go into girls' fucking bathrooms. I'm laughing at all the TikTok videos of you guys melting, crying, and go off your motherfucking self. Please do us a favor. Go do it. We want to see it. We want to see it. Put that on TikTok Live, motherfucker. I want to watch you do it. I'm fucking couldn't be more elated watching you cry. I love it. And by the way, here's the best tweet of the whole weekend. You pussy liberals came out and said, man, if we had Elon Musk and Joe Rogan and all these guys backing, we would have won too. Guess what? Contrary to belief, you did have Elon was a Democrat, you fucking idiot. Joe Rogan was a Democrat, you fucking idiot losers. The richest men in the world were Democrats, and you fucking ran them off. You ran the motherfuckers off. Now you got Cardi B. What? Where that pussy? That's who you motherfuckers cater to, homie. You got Kimmel now. You got Oprah now in The View. Great job. It backfired on you, Houston. Hey, Houston, it backfired. We got fucking Zuckerberg instead of Elon. It all backfired on us. Houston, please tell everybody that real brothers and sisters don't fuck with Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. They can see through the fake shit. Only the kids 30 and under like Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Glorilla. Please let everyone know that Memphis doesn't speak English. Anyone from Memphis does not speak English. They speak a whole nother language and dialect, and Glorilla is very hard to understand, along with Cardi B, along with fucking Megan Thee Stallion. Please let them know they're all been invited to Diddy parties. They've all been to Diddy parties, and they're on a list. And they're scared that Trump's going to exploit them. But, Coach, Trump took pictures with Epstein. Good. I've taken pictures with killers, too. Here's the cool part. They did business. He's already debunked that. It's been proven. He's out there. He's willing to let you release the Epstein files. Trump's going to say, I wasn't on the fucking island. Guess what, though? Everybody else was. Epstein was a billionaire. He did business with Trump. Trump is a billionaire. He did business with other billionaires. Doesn't mean two things can be true. He could actually do business and not go to the island. I'm just saying, D. Jones, I know that hurt your feelings that billionaires do business with weirdo billionaires. I don't know if you knew there's weirdo billionaires, mostly weirdos. Billionaires are mostly weirdos. I don't know if you knew that. Just throwing that out there. I know several billionaires. They're all weird. I'm going to be real with you. They're all fucking wired different. They're all wired different. Sorry if you didn't know that. Why do you think they're trying to keep that list from coming out, homie? Come on now. Shit. No, it's not. I did not say that. I said Epstein list and Diddy list are the same. I didn't say. When did I say they were different? Low vibes, non-member motherfucker. Become a member, bitch made motherfucker, before we get you blocked. When did I say the Epstein Island list and the Diddy list are different? Never in my life. I said Trump's taking a picture with Epstein. So fucking what? I've taken a picture with porn stars. Doesn't mean they're my fucking daughter's babysitter, you fucking idiot. I need to put that on a t-shirt. Just because I took a picture with a porn star doesn't mean it's my daughter's babysitter. I need to put that on a fucking t-shirt. I think I might put that on a motherfucking t-shirt. That's what I think I might do. I think I might put that shit on a picture. Oh my God, Coach JB cussed at a black kid. He's racist. You see how bad America's gotten? Coach JB's racist. He yelled at nothing but black kids. Just skip over the fact that all those black kids bought in and everything and believed in what the white dude had to say and brought them to the school, though. Just skipped over all that. Skipped over all the black kids that's actually JB's my other dad. The fucking don't even talk about that. JB yelled at Bobby Bruce. He's racist. You see how bad America's gotten, homie? God damn. You see how bad we've gotten? Jay Earn, you see it, Jay Earn? You see how the white man yells at the black dude and is racist, homie? I know you see it, Jay Earn. Jay Earn, you're fucking probably as ignorant as anybody in the chat. You're probably as fucking woke as anybody in the chat. You probably only vote for DEI hires. But hey, much love, homie. You fucking nobody. Jay Earn's one of the biggest fucking hypocrites in this fucking chat, and he knows it too. All he says is wow. He has no fucking nothing. He can't say nothing. He has no substance. Another beta male who's woke in the chat. It's fucking comical to me. I love it. I'm here. It's Merciless Monday. Shout out to all the homies in the chat. Shout out to the real ones. And it's funny. It really is. It's a funny day. But let's dive into this thing. Nick Sirianni fucking just rolled over that, and it is what it is. That's why the Eagles will never win a real thing under him. And he'll be fired, I'm sure. It is what it is. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts. Nick Bosa has been fine. We talked about it. He wore a MAGA hat on the field. He gets a sack and then does the Donald Trump celebration, which is going around. I don't know if you saw the Donald Trump celebration by all the young kids in college football as well. Did you see it? Have you known it? I don't know. Did you see it? The Niners are not a good football team, though. Just throwing that out there real quick. They're not a good football team. CMC played. He's hurt. He's not the same. He won't be the same. They won't get the best out of him this year. Deebo, we already know, is very beta feminine male. He'll never win them anything. A guy that opted out and held out and then you paid him isn't even playing anymore. And Brandon Ayuk. You have a bust rider quarterback. You're very, very injured up front. You don't have any real difference makers on the back row. You don't have a true number one wideout. Jennings is not him. If you think Jennings is a true wideout, then you need to put Kittle at wideout. I mean, you're getting the same shit. This team, I'm just telling you, is old. It got old in front of our very eyes. The Niners team got old. They missed their window. Shanahan is a fucking hype. I've been telling you guys this for a long time, and that's not because I'm a Rams fan, of course. That's because the Niners just cannot get it done with Shanahan. He's a hype. He's an paid under deliverer. That's what he's been his whole life. He's not his daddy. This team got old in front of our very eyes. The 49ers got old. Please understand. They missed their window. It's over. Niner fans, it's over. I know they won yesterday, Cole. Thanks a lot for giving me the fucking news update, breaking news of the day. Thanks for giving me the update. Jesus Christ. Thanks a lot for the update. The Niners lost, everybody. If anyone missed Sunday, everybody missed Sunday out there, hey, I appreciate it. The Niners lost. If anybody just catch it up with life today. They lost to a team without any offensive weapons and actually should have lost to the Tampa Bay Bucks. They lost, though. Fucking idiot. Holy shit. They beat a team that has zero weapons. You fucking idiot. Good job. Great win on the road against a Tampa team that's so fucking bad that you can't fucking... Jesus Christ. Thanks a lot. We know the Niners won that one. Big dog. Listen. Can we really get to brass tacks here? What NFL team is really good this year? The Chiefs go to 9-0. I think they've won every game by fucking 3. Like they've won their biggest wins, what? 11? And they've been in 7-point games. All other 7 of their 9 have been 7-point games. The Lions are the best team by far. You're going to have a couple hiccups. They had a hiccup yesterday in the road against the Texans, who, by the way, are a good team. They don't even have Nico Collins. So I think the Texans will figure it out. CJ's hit a little bit of a wall. But the Lions have been the most consistent team, in my opinion. They've been dominant over their wins and losses. Commanders have been a shock, the surprise. The way they lost yesterday, though, we got to dive into that in a little bit. I'm sure Bailey has it on the rundown. The way that the Washington Commanders lost that game, they would have got a punt return, had a shot at kicking a field goal. They jump off sides. This is why the kids nowadays, the players nowadays, There is no hierarchy in football. That kid jumped off sides on 4th and 1 on their other side of the football field, knowing damn well they weren't snapping the football. God damn. This is what kids are nowadays. In the NFC West, let's be honest, if the Rams win tonight to keep up pace with the upstart Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals, 49ers, man, Seattle, man, you got problems. I'm just telling you, there's some problems in there. If you guys don't realize, there's some problems. But listen, let's be honest. Can we just talk about something real quick? The Jared Goff you saw last night is why Sean McVay got rid of him. The Jared Goff that you saw last night is why Sean McVay got rid of him. A lot of you don't want to say that. It is what it is. That's the truth. The fact of the matter is that's the Jared Goff in big games that shows up a lot of the time. Now, listen, 2 of the picks were thrown up. One was before the half as a Hail Mary. So let's take that out. Boom. Okay. Take the Hail Mary pick out because I'm a quarterback. So let's just be honest. Take the Hail Mary pick out. So now you're at 4 picks. Okay. He still threw some ill-advised balls that I haven't seen him throw all season long. We've seen the 18 for 18 game. Everybody thought he was the fucking best thing going. You saw some other games. He's going to have these games. The Texans defense is not bad, but they're not that great either. And this guy struggled last night. He struggled. And they got James Williams back in the lineup after the suspension. He had some great catches. And if you notice, those 2 great catches he had, one ball was way behind him like this. Another ball was way behind him like this. Goff had a bad night. Let's just be honest. Goff had a bad night at the office. Period. That's what he had. He had a bad night at the office. But I love MCDC. I love Aaron Glenn. I love their coaching staff. And I love the culture. But this is the Jared Goff that I fear most. And when he doesn't win you a Super Bowl, Detroit, it's going to be because of him. And then you're all going to get off the bandwagon and come back to this show and say, man, fuck Goff, man. He can't win the big one. Well, I've been telling you that. And he's not going to win you the big one. The Lions will never win the big one with Jared Goff. I'm just telling you. So you can have them as your best team. We can all say they're the best right now. I'm included in that. I'm saying they're the best. But this is a regular season built football team with a regular season NFL quarterback. They don't have a postseason quarterback to win them the big one. Sorry, Brian Case. Sorry, all my Detroit fans. Sorry to the 313. And shout out to all you guys. But you don't have a postseason winning quarterback in Detroit. Sorry, you don't. So let's just get rid of that. Let's figure that out right now. Let's just call it what it is. I take Matthew Stafford over Jared Goff 10 out of 10 times all day, every day, even on Sunday. It's proven, it's fact, and you trade for him in 1 year, you win a Super Bowl with Stafford. I'm just telling you. Now, on the other side of that game last night, C.J. Stroud was dotting him up early on first half. His arm looked stronger than it has all year. He was more accurate than he's been all year. And then the second half, he just hits a wall. They don't score a point in the second half. C.J. hits a wall again. You can tell that he's struggling without having Nico. You can tell he's holding the ball a little longer than he likes. He knows where Nico is all the time. He doesn't have Nico out there. So he's struggling a little bit. Tank Dell had an okay game. He dropped the ball in the outcut later on in the third quarter. I thought he should have caught. But I just think you got to have another guy. He's missing. Because now you're down to Robert Woods and Mitchie. And Mitchie showed up last night. But listen, man. You either got to get Mixon involved in the pass game more, or you need to get Schultz involved. They don't get Schultz involved enough in the pass game. If I'm a Texan fan just watching, looking at, observing, they don't get Schultz the ball enough, and they don't get Mixon the ball enough in the pass game. That is my only knock on the Texans offense. You can tell, and what happened on the second half, Aaron Glenn, what they did on defense to affect the C.J. Stroud-driven Texans was to do what? If you didn't notice, I'll get that game film. We'll show it with Noah Mazzoni on Wednesday. If you don't realize what they did, they started running some fire zone. That means they look like they're bringing 5, and then the defensive end dropped into coverage, and then CJ thinks it's open, and then he sees a defensive end, and now he holds the ball. They completely threw him off his game in the second half. C.J. Stroud was a little bit lost in regards to coverage, and now you don't have your best receiver, Nico Collins, and now you're even holding your dick in your hand longer. So, but what do I know? I don't know shit. Go get your shit from Mina Kimes if you don't think I know what I'm talking about. Go get all your information from her. But that is what I saw live in the game. And then you're dependent on another guy. It was struggle. It was a struggle in the second half. Keandre Woodside, he wasn't even lost, coach. All right. How many points did they score in the second half, Keandre? But what do I know? Jesus Christ. Some of you motherfuckers are just. So he was great then. He was unbelievable. Hey, they lost, homie. I don't know if you know they didn't score a point in the second half. We're going to come back and talk some college football. We have a lot to discuss in college. UCLA beat Iowa, beat Nebraska. They beat the fucking corn-fed states back-to-back weeks. What's going on in Nebraska? What's going on in Iowa? Iowa State, what I called. Didn't I say KU was going to win the game on this very show? Yes, I did. And by the way, I was damn near 99% balls accurate Saturday in my college picks. I'm talking about the ones I bet, just clearing the air here. I did not lose a college pick. I actually won $300 on a $10 bet. But what do I know? Head on over to BetUS today and use my promo code CoachJB. We're going to dive into this Colorado-Texas Tech game. We're going to find out what happened with the referees, what's going on in Miami, how did Miami lose to Georgia Tech. I'm going to do my top 5, bottom 5, top of the world, bottom of the barrel. We're going to talk some NFL Coach of the Year candidates, and we'll take some calls, and we'll get some callers to call in and talk about anything you want. Veterans Day, can 2 pussies fuck each other? Deebo's fucking leather outfit, whatever you want to talk about, let's go. Yeah, I stunk last week, Hoffman, but not this week. Hoffman, it changes, don't it? You know when you stink, Hoffman? All the time, especially even when you spell your name wrong, because Hoffman should have 2 F's in it. You do know, right? So are you a hoe fucking man? Is that what that means? God damn, homie. And I'm grammatically correct on this motherfucker. I got to give English lessons too. Holy shit, ho fuck, man. I'll be back in 5 minutes, man, and we'll continue the show as Shaun King and E-Dub Eric Weddle joins us. Peace. What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance. Yeah. Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
JB, they got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Yo, kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
It's a 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me, JB.
I might race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is the real deal. You guys got to go check it out. Firstroundperformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
Nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit firstroundperformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance, go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace. Speaking of grown man, what's happening with this motherfucker, what he's wearing today, man?
Who, homie? Who?
Electric Cox. Please bow our heads. Smitty, I don't know if you want to do this one. Because this is brother. Maybe you want to pray over a brother.
We got a brother right here, man. We got a D line man, a guy who's a dog. God, first of all, just thank you for another day. First and foremost.
Can I pause you before you do this? Is that a blouse? I just want to get clarification before we pray, so we have the context. Is that a blouse?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta take a deep breath, homie. Is that a blouse? I just want to know.
I'm not sure what's underneath the suit. I'm trying to see. It looks like a sheet, but I'm trying to.
A what?
Like a pallet, like a sheet, like a pallet, like you making your bed. I'm just not sure. I've never seen that. Like, is it like how do you put it on? Is it just something you wrapped around? It's tied on the side. Why? And right here though, don't move.
I can't look at that, homie.
No, JB, look at it for 5 seconds, real quick. Try to do it. 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. He couldn't get there. It's like Candyman. It's like Candyman. You can't do it. It's like somebody's facial expression right here, and to me, this picture in his face tells me he didn't want to wear this for real, but
he's been taken over, homie.
He let his stylist and his PR team force him into it, and he just said yes. But he don't really.
I don't know if it's PR. I think Kamala got him. No. Now, real shit though, is this everyone saying humiliation ritual, Smitty? I don't know what that means. I guess that's like the whole Diddy thing and all this.
They say that in Hollywood. That's more so Hollywood, y'all, in acting, not NFL play. He's not that.
God damn. Doesn't he look like if I'm a good judge of character, I want to think. I'm looking through this man and I'm like, he's been taken over. Like somebody took this man and said, I'm going to give you this, this, and this, Fletcher. You got to do this, though. And this man bought it or something. Like, I feel horrible today. I woke up, I couldn't get this off my mind. Because I'm trying to figure out, Smitty, how he put the suit top jacket on.
Right, that's what I'm trying to.
Because I'm trying to figure out how is that get down on? Then I put the jacket on. So is that a wrap?
Or JB. Did he put his feet through it like this and pull it up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is his nuts in a
harness?
In one of them like yoga pant things?
Oh, like one of them like that one piece, like that
fuck!
That corset? Is it called a corset, ain't it?
Nah. Corset is the top, the titty pops out, homie. The corset is the titty popper.
Titty popper. I never heard of that one. Okay.
This is a man right here. See, this is what fucking men do right here. We got a man, though, joining the... We are back in the building. Show is brought to you by Skybox Sports. Head on over to Skybox Sports today. Use my promo code CoachJB. Get 10% off. If you want to put one of these tickers you see behind my head and in the studio, we'll get back to the studio as well this week. A lot going on. Smitty's been away. And then Noah Mazzoni's daughter had gave birth. So we didn't go to the studio last week, but we'll probably get back in there this week. I got a lot going on as well. We got time. We got a studio. I got it. Damn. Swallowed wrong. That's what she said. So we'll get back to the studio. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, that ticker, man, they're a little high, but you can get them. They're the best ones on the market. Skybox Sports. So head on over there, man, and go get you one today. For your man cave, for your coaching office, whatever you need it for. So, and damn right, why not? As long as this weather's nice. It was 75 on Saturday on the water, on the Pacific Ocean. It was 75. So, shout out. I'm going to be out there as much as I fucking possibly can. But now I got to pull it out, and it's time to winterize the bitch and get that thing taken care of because it sits in salt water, and salt water is not good for anything, anybody, anyone, other than the fishes. So we got a lot to discuss. So let's dive into some college football, and then we're going to get back to this Dallas Cowboy thing, man, because I don't know if you've heard Micah Parsons or not. I don't know if you've heard Jerry Jones or not, but they are in straight cover-up mode. They're trying to get that shit going. So we're going to see. But before we do, there's a college basketball talk. And this guy named Todd Golden has been accused of multiple women for harassment and stalking. And Todd Golden's status as Florida men's basketball coach has not changed and will be coaching the game tonight. So what's your take on this? Because he came out and said, for the last month, I have actively participated in and respected the confidentiality of ongoing school inquiry. I have recently engaged Ken Turkle to advise me on my ability to bring defamation claims while this confidential investigation is ongoing. My family and I appreciate the support we have received and remain confident the university will continue its efforts to finish its review promptly. End quote. That's Todd Golden's statement, the head basketball coach of the Florida Gators. The Alligator also spoke with two separate women who attested to Golden's behavior and requested to remain anonymous, of course, for safety reasons. Since the investigation began, there was a small amount of action that was taken by UF, Florida University, both women said. Small amounts of action, because it probably hasn't come out with any significant factual evidence. And you're possibly assumingly lying. The first woman at Florida, a former student, said that Golden stalked her in person, both in his car and on foot, and that this occurred more than 10 times. So listen, all the women out there, I don't want to discredit you that the women that actually have this happen by weirdo, creepy men, I do know it exists. I get it. Trust me. I understand there's some weirdo, creepy fucking men out there that do this all the time. So I don't want to discredit the real women that actually have this happen. Let me be clear first. That's number one. Number two, the women that lie more often than not about type of thing like this, just to capture some sort of Insta famous or money. It's usually some sort of money involved. You guys are bottom feeders, man. You should be ashamed of your motherfucking self. The players that I've had that you've put behind bars falsely, and the people that you claim have done you wrong just to gain fame or money or fucking some sort of insurance claim or any of that, you guys are bottom feeders. You guys are bottom feeders. And you should be ashamed of yourself. And you should go to jail. And that's just a fact. Now, if this coach, and I want to put it in context, if the head basketball coach at Florida really has the time to stalk a former student 10 multiple times, then he's a weirdo, creepy fuck. Now, pause for 1 second. Let me pause this picture. I'm a good judge of character. I got to be real with you. You know me. I'm a realist. That motherfucker looks weird. He looked like a fucking weirdo. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just throwing that out there. He looks weird. That motherfucker looks creepy. He looks like a weirdo, creepy fuck. I'm going to be real with you and tells you that shit right now. I'm going to tell you he looks like a weirdo. That's why I said, women, I don't want to discredit you. If it happened, it happened. But that motherfucker looks weird. I would never hire this motherfucker because of how he looks if I was the AD at Florida. That's me. I don't give a fuck how good of a coach he is. He looks weird, homie. I don't see how this motherfucker can recruit anybody of significance. Could he go get like a Al Horford? Could he go recruit like Joakim Noah? Could he have gotten those players at Florida? Or is he just getting any motherfucker now? Is he getting any motherfucker now because NIL bags are paying? Are they just hiring weirdo motherfuckers? Listen, would I be shocked if this motherfucker was stalking this girl? Nope. Not after seeing this motherfucker's side profile. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be shocked after watching this motherfucker's side profile. I wouldn't. I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna be shocked. But am I shocked at the females who falsely accuse the men either? No. But I'm gonna be honest. I want to know how this dude, as the head basketball coach, has the time to stalk a girl on campus, knowing he's the head basketball coach, and everybody in the country or on that campus would know he's the head basketball coach. How is he really out there stalking a female and no one else knows it? That's the problem I have. I got to be honest. How did he do it 10 times and nobody noticed the head basketball coach on campus walking after a girl plenty of times? I got to be honest. I don't see it. I don't see it. But again, this motherfucker looks weird. I'm going to be honest. He looks like a fucking weirdo. He looks like a fucking weirdo. So, here's what it is. All right, let's talk some college football, man. College football, real quick before I get to my top of the world, bottom of the barrel. Brought to you by BetUS. A lot going on. Colorado took out Texas Tech and Lubbock. Let's start with that game. Listen, I did not see what happened. I was on the boat. I saw that they were down 10-0, and then I think they were down like 20-17. So it must have been a decent game in the first half. How they pulled away, I don't really know, but I'm going to ask Bailey. But here's the thing. I hear there's a lot of controversy on the referees, and I got a million DMs asking me about what I thought. How can Texas Tech beat the refs and Colorado and blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't see the game, and I don't know anything about what's going on with the referee. So, Bailey, give me the referee situation.
I mean, I don't know what you're getting the Texas Tech had to beat the refs thing. The issue with the referees was Texas Tech. Yeah, well, the issue with the referees was the Texas Tech fans were throwing tortillas onto the field. And
what they do, that's what they do, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I haven't really seen it to this extent until this game, obviously. Clearly, it's their Super Bowl. But they threw a bunch of tortillas onto the field for, the whole game. and nothing was really done about it. And there was really no issue. I mean, I think Jimmy Horn might have slipped on one and got hurt or something. I saw, not too sure. But the issue was when they started, because it was that many tortillas. If you watch the game, you're like, what the fuck is this tortilla shit? Matt and I were doing a live watch party to it. Matt couldn't stand it and did not like it. But the issue was when they started throwing bottles and shit on the field, not tortillas, is when you see Shiloh kind of throw something back to the crowd and whatever. And that kind of was the issue with the referees. Coach Prime was pissed, obviously, because they're like, they're throwing bottles, and the referees are like, I don't know, they didn't do shit. So, but that's Big 12 referees.
Yeah, they might be the worst in the country. You saw Utah BYU game. So listen, we're gonna break that down too. I don't know about all that shit. All I know is Colorado got another win, and that's the bottom line. Texas Tech, Colorado's defense held that team down from scoring 50, which they've done several times. They had a good offense, prolific offense. Colorado's defense showed up. They're fucking – what's their record now?
7-2.
Colorado 7-2, and they got left. Who they got left? Utah,
Kansas, and Oklahoma State.
I don't see why they don't win those games, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go against them every game. But I don't see how they don't win those three.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're in prime position, so I think Kansas will probably be the hardest one, to be honest with you. Obviously, Utah's going to be a battle, but I think Colorado has an advantage offensively, and Utah comes off that BYU stuff, which you'll talk about with Weddle later. But
the Big 12 is bad, though. I got to be honest. That's a bad conference, man. That is a bad football conference. So what happened with the shitbirds and all the drama on the sideline? What's going on there?
With who?
Who was it?
Talking about the Texas Tech ball boy?
Yeah. Is that Deion?
Okay, so here's what happened. So if you see, Shiloh, they score another touchdown. Texas Tech quarterback fumbles. The Texas Tech ball boy is trying to take the ball away from Shiloh because Shiloh wants the game ball. And Shador gets pissed at him. And then Bucky, Deion Sanders Jr., you see, gets pissed at him too. I don't really see the problem. I mean, you find issue with it all you want. If you're the ball boy is stepping on a line trying to take a game ball out of the player's hand, it's just what it is.
Baby, we're not. Are we gangbanging now on the field? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't.
Okay, we have music. We have unmuted on this.
Here. I don't really have too much of an issue with that. I think the ball boy's way out of line.
First of all, there's all kind of issues here. First of all, is this kid gangbanging? Like Bucky's trying to gangbang now? I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I don't have a problem with Bucky's response. You got to consider those are just two brothers. The dude's trying to take a game ball, which Shiloh just scored a touchdown away.
But why is
it's a hostile environment.
Why is he down there? See, that's the issue I have. I want to be clear here. I know why he's down there. I want to know how it's allowed, because they're never in the world ever, me coaching 23 college years, has seen access like Colorado has on the field of play interfering with the football game. I understand.
Well, he's not. This is like post celebration. He's not on the field. He's filming and capturing it.
Well, he's on the field. What I'm saying,
yeah, but that's like in the end zone. So there's other cameras there too, though. That's the thing. You got Amazon Prime filming and stuff that you can't see.
Is this game live? Or is this game over at this point, or is it on?
This is like 2 minutes left. This is like the end.
All right,
of the
so the game is going. He's in the end zone, by the
way.
Well,
yeah, this is after the Colorado scores a defensive touchdown. Shiloh gets it. The dude knocks the ball out of Shiloh. Shador gets pissed at him, and then
I get it.
Junior gets pissed at him.
Is Bucky security? Like, I'm trying to figure it out.
Security.
That's my point. I'm trying to figure it out. This is a circus, man. Like, come on, man. This ain't supposed to be allowed down there on the fucking field. Colorado players should handle that. And so should Colorado's equipment people. Not Bucky filming the game live in the end zone. That just don't go down nowhere else. Nowhere else.
You're right. Nowhere else. But this is Colorado. Those are his two brothers. I'm not gonna bash Bucky. That's my dude. But
yeah. Then he's calling him, calling him out his name and gangbanging on him. Like, to me, that's a problem. I like, what are we doing? Playing football or not? I see a problem. I know you and Matt don't. I see a fucking problem with the kid being down there on the football field in a demonstrative manner with a fucking ball boy. The ball boy's doing a job. What are we talking about here? Everything cannot be in defense of Colorado, bro. Not everything can be in defense of Colorado.
You're right. I don't think you're looking at it for what it is, though, either. This is his two brothers and the dude's trying to take the ball from him. I have no.
What's that got to do with Bucky?
That's his two brothers. What do you mean?
But that's my point, homie. He's not security. He shouldn't be on the field.
Well, he's filming it. He's gonna be on the field. That's
my point. I think there's a problem there. And if I'm the Big 12, I guarantee you they're going to address that issue, because there's no way you're going to incite a riot. And where's Texas Tech's guys at? What if they came over? Because if I was the coach of Texas Tech, we're coming from behind and smacking the shit out of them.
I disagree. I think if Big 12 addresses anything, it's Texas Tech throwing a bunch of tortillas and bottles onto the field. I think they address that before they do this.
When did that happen?
The whole game, starting on the first play.
So that's my point. So they've known to do that, tortilla throwing. They're known to do that. That's a football. To me, that's part of the football game. I know the coach got on the mic, didn't he, and addressed the stadium or something?
Yeah, he had to, but that was they took a whole half to do that. It's not like they did. I mean, they should have been doing it after two drives.
It's all a shit show. But we already knew that was going to be a shit show when Colorado showed up. They all treat Colorado as a Super Bowl. Everybody wants to beat Colorado. Come on, it's not. This is the Lakers, the Celtics, the fucking Patriots. Everybody's going to give you your best game when they play this guy.
Yeah.
I just try to figure out why the guy filming is so directly involved in everything that's going on right there. I'm just saying. It's just not a good look to me. It looks like a circus.
Well, I mean, I don't know if he's directly involved. This is every week. If you watch, his channel well off, this is what he does. He captures that. And I mean, that's a one-on-one thing. He could win an Emmy for what he's done. But I mean, it's YouTube, but that's real shit. But I mean, he just so happened to be there filming it, right? And you watch. I mean, that's just, I don't know. If I'm filming my two brothers doing that and the dude's trying to take the ball, I would do the same damn thing. I ain't got a problem with it. That's football. Yeah. All those people saying that it ain't the streets, shut the fuck up. If you watch the game, that is minor compared to all the shit that went down in that game. I don't want to hear it. That's just
me. I just think it's small dick syndrome, small man syndrome. Here's the thing I got an issue with. The fans throwing all the shit. To me, that's the problem too. It's all we stormed the field too, though. So I don't know if throwing shit. Now, if you throw bottles and shit, I played in Arena Football League where they threw glass bottles at us back in the day. If you throw bottles at kids, I got a major problem. If you're throwing bottles and shit at kids, there's a problem. I think you're a bitch-made organization, and that comes from the head football coach and the AD and all the shit that comes with it. Like, if your fans are throwing bottles at people, and I don't think you can have glass in stadiums, right? So I don't think it was glass.
It was plastic, but there was a bunch of bottles, I guess.
They emptied glass away a while back. They stopped doing the glass. So they're throwing plastic bottles and shit. Listen, man, that's why they got rid of glass, though. They're throwing plastic bottles at kids and shit. I think it's bitch made. I think that's an issue in itself. I just think the whole thing is becoming a circus, in my opinion. Anyone that plays Colorado wants to beat them so bad that they're going to do whatever they can to try to steer them off the path of righteousness. And then what happens is when you feed into it, like Bucky just did, now you're going to be talked about in a bad way, and people take it as a bad way.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care if you defend your brothers and all that, but you filming, that should be your job. To me, you're not security. You're not anything else. Now it looks like a shit show down there. And that's what I'm just part of if I was a head coach, that's what I'm telling him. Plus, he's his daddy. So it's a double-edged sword. So it's just a bunch of shit going on down there. And that's just my opinion. Both sides are wrong, in my opinion. The ball boy, though, to me, is just being a ball boy. That motherfucking scared little kid right there didn't have no fucking malice intent. He don't know what he's doing. He's a fucking ball boy.
I don't agree with that. I think, look, the ball is clearly in his hands. He's trying to I don't agree with that. I think he clearly was trying to take the ball. I think Shiloh clearly wanted it, and they clearly took it. That's me.
Bailey, he's the ball boy, bro. That's
but you can, okay, but there's 10 other footballs. You know damn well.
But wait, he's the ball boy. He's supposed to have all the balls. That's what.
Well, he's not going to. Okay. JB, have you ever seen a ball boy try to snatch the ball out of a player's hand?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He's the ball boy. Let me be clear here. We can't defend Colorado every time they do something fucked up. This is the ball boy's job. So if I'm the head coach, just so we're clear, when I'm the head coach, you know how many times I motherfuck the ball boy because he don't have the ball? That's his number one job. If I'm Texas Tech coach or Colorado's coach, the ball boy better have all the fucking balls. That's his job on the sideline. You know why ball boys are opposite their opponent's sideline? Because of this type of reason. They put the home team on the Colorado side. They put the Colorado side guy on the Texas Tech side. Those are their ball boys. That's how it operates. So there's no issue. There's no fair weather fan being played here. He's the ball boy. He's supposed to get the fucking ball. Why are we taking the balls from him now as a player and now defending the player over the ball boy? The ball boy is 21 years old, Bailey. He's your age. He's a student there at the school, and he does this every week, and now he's the bad guy. Come on, man. The shitbird threw the ball out of his hands. He's supposed to take – he don't know. Oh, my bad. You're filming a documentary. Sorry. He don't know that shit. Why are we blaming a 21-year-old ball boy?
Let's be real, JB. You know how kids are. You know how kids my age are. That's not – you acting like this dude's straight innocent. Let's be real.
That's not his job, though. His job is to get the ball for the game, not for the fucking show. The show, meaning everything else. The game is his.
Well, I know. But, like, Shaun, I mean, I don't agree with him taking it. I think it was, I've never seen that. Have you seen that? That's where I'm at. I'm like, dude, I've seen it with the ball boys. 100% I hear you on that.
I've never seen in college where the player gets to keep the game ball. That's another thing. Never in my life. So I've never seen a ball boy not get the ball and the player gets to keep it. This ain't the NFL, bro. This wasn't the quarterback's first game ball that he threw a touchdown with. This ain't Caleb Williams throwing his first touchdown and keeping the ball from the trainer. This is college football. Those balls belong to the NCAA. They're not fucking Shiloh's ball.
Well, I don't know. I don't agree with you. I think the way he slapped it out is so you don't think the way he slapped it out and tried to get the ball. Yeah, I hear you about the football, but you don't think the way he slapped the ball out is an instigating.
It doesn't matter. Stop having feelings about Colorado. He don't.
I don't have feelings about it. Hey, I'm being real.
Smack the ball out. That's what he's supposed to do because it's my ball. He's a college football ball boy. He's not fucking Colorado's fucking caterer. Tell Matt today that those are NCAA balls.
Okay, I mean, we don't have to agree on this. I'm just saying.
I don't want to agree on it. It's better. So I want to make sure that they know that ball right there is an NCAA ball, Texas Tech ball, and now Colorado wanted that particular ball. And let me find out it has a Texas Tech stamp on it. And then we're going to have a real fucking debate tomorrow.
I think we're more focused. I think you're missing the point. I think more of the focus is on the way he tried to take the ball rather than them trying to take it.
I don't see that at all. I think that's supposed to be how you take the ball. That's how it is.
Have you seen other ball boys do that to other players, though? I haven't seen that. Because
you don't see – it's not being filmed, Bailey. You don't have the fucking film boy on the fucking end zone. That's Come on, man. Come on,
man. You're telling me I've played and coached. Okay, we both played and you've coached and played. I don't understand how have you ever seen that? If it doesn't have to be fucking film, we can see it when we play.
I've seen ball boys take balls, yes, a lot. You just don't see a guy filming it that happens to be the son of the fucking head coach. That's what you don't see. Come on, man. Let's be honest. Hey, you got I can't wait. Ask Matt when he can come back on because we got.
I'll ask Matt about that. But the game itself, I mean, Colorado's down 3.5. Struggled, played like shit in the first half. Really, really struggled. I mean, one thing I will say about Colorado is if you don't perform, they'll put the next guy up. Colorado center Zelinkus has been struggling the last few weeks. He had another errant snap on the second drive, threw in the true freshman walk-on Cash Cleveland, and that kid balled out. And so that's the thing I respect about Colorado is they have depth, and they're not afraid to replace you if you can't do your job. And so I think that throughout the game, they really adjusted to Texas Tech because Texas Tech came out hot. They had all the juice and the energy. They're at home. They had their tortillas and the crazy-ass crowd yelling. Colorado kind of came out rattled and slow as they do every bye week. But instead of, kind of struggling like K-State, they kind of responded in this game and in the second half really took it to them and shut them down. So
yeah. And I want to know, I'm going to do research. I don't know if you can find it or not. I'm sure this ball boy will come to talking about that whole incident. I'm sure, because he has to, right? The social media era. He's going to come out and say his side of the story some way. If that ball was stamped Texas Tech, which I don't know if you know this, most programs stamp them with burns now. They burn in their logo. If that ball had Texas Tech on it, that kid had every single right to get that ball, by the way. And Deion Sanders, as the head coach, guess what he could have did? He could have gave the fucking game ball after the game in the locker room. So this is a whole nother issue. I want to know what ball it was and whose it was. That's what I'm curious to find out. Hopefully we'll have Matt on. We could discuss it. You guys will discuss it on the 0 to 60 pod. Make sure you guys go check it out. Baby, let's move on to the next game. Bring it up for me when you get back out of here. Miami. Miami loses their first of the season. They have just been, it's an inevitable loss. It's inevitable. Shaun King will join me here in about 15 minutes to discuss it. It was an inevitable loss, in my opinion. They have been on the brink of defeat 4 times out of basically 6 games. Steve Kim will join us tomorrow to discuss this one in particular. Georgia Tech, in my opinion, beat them 2 years in a row. And Mario Cristobal's kryptonite seems to be Georgia Tech. I don't understand how you don't have the sense of urgency as the number 4 team in America to go in there and absolutely mud stomp Georgia Tech, an unranked team. An unranked team blows my mind. It blows my mind. They should have lost to Cal. They should have lost to how many teams should Miami have lost to? I think SMU is the clear-cut favorite on winning this league now. SMU will probably now be a playoff team. Miami shit the bed, man. I can't wait to hear from Steve Kim tomorrow. Got to ask him what he thought about it. He was there in person in Atlanta. He's going to talk from everything from the coin flip, deferring, and then Georgia Tech running the football right down Miami's throats. It goes up 7-0. Again, this is like Ohio State to me. Cam Ward could be one of the Heisman candidates and all that old shit, but he misses too many layups for me, and their defense is absolutely atrocious. Their defense is atrocious, and they remind me of the Lamar Jackson-led Baltimore Ravens in the NFL this year. Period. They have no defense. Their secondary is atrocious. The same way in Baltimore is the same way in Miami in college football. Miami's back row is atrocious, and their fucking defense is atrocious. Miami's defense will not win them a title. They have to address the back row, and they have to get better in the stopping the run. Georgia Tech beat that team, and it really wasn't like any question about it. Like Georgia Tech, I thought, dominated the football game in all aspects, period. And Miami has won games by hanging on by the thread of their chin far too often. And it was an inevitable loss by the Miami Hurricanes, in my opinion. It is what it is. So Texas gets a big win. They beat Florida's ass, showing who they are. Georgia shits the bed. Jackson Dart gets hurt, goes out of the game, comes back in. Ole Miss's defense was the story of that game, in my opinion. The story of the game was Ole Miss's defense. How Carson Beck is very, very becoming very, very overrated right in front of our very eyes. But what do I know when I say this college quarterback class is the worst I've seen in probably my lifetime? This college football quarterback class, draft class, is bad. This draft class is fucking bad. I'm just telling you straight up. This is the most watered down football era I've ever seen. Be honest. Let's be honest. Lance Webb, I am tripping. The ball boy did have intentions. His intention was to get the fucking ball back. That's his fucking job, Lance Webb. Holy fuck, man. You guys defend these motherfuckers like they could fart in the wind and right in your nose. And you'll be like, roses. Those are Colorado roses. So just tell me that you can't do your job around Colorado. Just tell me. You can't ref around Colorado. You can't be a fan around Colorado. You can't do a ball boy job around Colorado. You can do whatever you want as Colorado. You just can't do anything against Colorado. Just tell me that, and then we'll move on amicably. We'll be better off for it. Because that's what you're basically saying. That's what you're telling me. If that was a Texas Tech football, we're going to have problems, Houston. We're going to have a big debate on our hands here, Houston. Let's talk real quick, Bailey. What other games were big this weekend? You had Georgia losing. Texas won. Ohio State smoked Purdue. Oregon beat Maryland. No shocker there. The slate wasn't a great one, by the way. Army stays undefeated. Trying to just go through some of these games. South Carolina beat a upstart Vanderbilt team pretty handily after Texas barely struggled to beat them last week. Vanderbilt, who everyone's, beat Auburn last week, did all these things. I'm trying to figure out no other big game. BYU gets beat by the referees. I got to ask Bailey real quick. Bailey, come in, Bailey. This Utah game, we're going to ask Weddle about. Tell me what happened with that game, because I wasn't there either. I was on the boat. What happened with that?
Yeah, so this is interesting. Utah, if you've watched that game, Utah was up most of that game. It really wasn't until the second half that BYU had a resurgence. And then basically what happened, 4th and 10, BYU's on, in their own territory, deep in their own territory. Final, hoorah, right? Snap the ball. BYU's quarterback gets sacked, and then looks like the game's over. And then a late holding call comes in from deep, down the field, 25 yards down the field, and then gives BYU a first down. They go down and kick a field goal. And you'll talk about this with Weddle, but Utah's AD goes off on the refs in a press conference and post game. You see him and
show it real quick. I want to see it.
Well, I'll show this. You see
Kalani and Witt.
You'll see him, Kalani.
Kalani coach for him.
He says something to the ref after. That's the head coach, right? And then here's the AD's comments.
That's my boy Lewis Powell right there, the other Uso who just shook the hands with Kalani. Those are all real good friends of mine. Lewis Powell has been at Utah a long time. Him and Kalani are boys. They're all Usos. And then you got Witt, who coached Kalani and gave him his first gig as a DC. And then Kalani went into Oregon State, got the job, and then goes to BYU, and the rest is history. He could be Coach of the Year candidate right now. But I want to see what Witt said. I know the AD came out and talked too. We'll bring that up with Weddle later. So Utah loses. Weddle called it. They were going to beat BYU as his upset pick. BYU stays undefeated, man. BYU stays undefeated. They're winning games just like a lot of people that stay undefeated do. Kansas City Chiefs are doing the same thing, and everyone's just saying they're staying undefeated. BYU, in my opinion, I think Shador is 1A and the kid at BYU is 1B in that conference as far as quarterbacks go. And now we found out that the conference I had high hopes. I thought the conference was going to be really, really good. And it just hasn't lived up to its bill. And that's not anyone's fault. That's just the way it goes. That's what it is. I think that's what college football has become. It's watered down as shit. That's what I think. But it is what it is. Colorado got to keep winning games in that conference. They may be in the title game. I think Kansas will give them their biggest challenge because I think Kansas is starting to play better. But Iowa State and so I guess it could be Colorado BYU. Is that could be the game?
That's what it is. Right now, BYU and Colorado are 1-2. As long as they keep winning, that's what's going to happen.
That'd be interesting.
The Big 12 it's not as good as you might have thought. Really, it's cannibalized itself. Matt and I have talked about this. We predicted this, that it would cannibalize itself. Teams, better or worse, are beating the shit out of each other, and Colorado and BYU have managed to stay on top. So that's just been the story of the Big 12 this year.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, baby, let's do our top list. Let me get my list going before we get into some NFL talk. We're going to talk some NFL Cowboys talk with this Micah Parsons thing when Shaun King gets on, or I can start before him. But let's talk my top of the world, bottom of the barrel college football rankings, right? Here we go, man. This is my top of the world, all right? Army stays undefeated. You got to give them credit for staying undefeated. They beat a North Texas team. North Texas, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, no, we got some Micah Parsons talk, G Wizzle, since I let you back in the motherfucking chat, by the way. We got more Micah Parsons to discuss. I might do a fucking rant on it. Army, North Texas, they stay undefeated. Alabama beats the dog breaks out of LSU, and Coach DeBoer got something to say and let everyone know what he had to say. He said everybody was against us. We lost a few games. We couldn't coach. We couldn't play. He came out. Can't wait to talk to T. Rich tomorrow about his Alabama Crimson Tide, Roll Tide, as they go out and smother an LSU team that got nothing out of their QB, that got nothing out of their defense. LSU, Coach Kelly, you look like you did when you played USC game 1, and that's not a good sign. You shouldn't have digressed in week 9 of the season. You should be getting better, and LSU is getting worse. So it is what it is. Texas, they come bounce back 2 games in a row. They beat a Vanderbilt team late in a close one, and then they smother a Florida team led by Lagway, who did not look the same at all. Texas also lost a player this week. I think that one of the mutual depart of ways. One of their 5-star players left Texas program this week. Addition by subtraction. Sark's going to keep going. He doesn't care. He's not going to kiss your ass. Texas looks like they could be back in the playoff mix coming out of the SEC. Notre Dame continues to roll people since they lost to Northern Illinois in that crazy game earlier this year after starting the season off with a bang. They go out and struggle and just go mollywop a struggling Florida State team. This Florida State looks fucking horrific. Florida State looks horrific. It is what it is. So wait up. You're telling me that Notre Dame's not on a roll since losing to Northern Illinois, and now you're blaming Florida State because they're bad, and you're blaming that to say that Notre Dame's not balling? God damn. Some of you motherfuckers are just not smart. Holy shit, man. Some of you just aren't very smart. And then Georgia Tech beat Miami. Got it done. 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. Here's the thing about it, real quick. Ole Miss not being on my list. Here's the reason. Because Ole Miss has 2 losses, and I'm worried that they're just a flash-in-the-pan type of team that shows up one week and will lose next week. And mark my words, if Ole Miss goes and shits the bed next week and loses, now we're going to sit there and say, oh, well, I see why JB didn't have him in his top 5. I want to see Ole Miss do this consecutively. Notre Dame has since they lost to Northern Illinois in a watered-down system, watered-down era. I got to see Ole Miss for a while, man. Did they beat Georgia convincingly on defense? Sure. Could they have been in my top 5? Sure. They could have. They could have. But Carson Beck, to me, is very, very overrated. He's very overrated. Georgia's offense struggles at times. And Ole Miss, I told you guys before the game, if they took some shots vertically, they would beat Georgia. That's my pick of the week. I told you Ole Miss was going to beat Georgia. I said it live. They did beat Georgia. And I was one of the only people on the panel that picked Ole Miss to beat Georgia. And that's what they did. But I get no credit for that. I only get credit for not having them on my top 5. Bottom of the barrel. Well, guess who's on the bottom of the barrel? Georgia, who Ole Miss beat. Because Georgia was ranked how high? 3rd. I give more credit to Georgia for losing and being in my bottom 5 than I do Ole Miss winning, being in my top 5. Georgia had no room for error. Georgia could not afford to lose that game, just like Miami. That's why those 2 are 1 and 2. You cannot shit the bed this late in the season versus a team like those 2. And I'm not going to say Ole Miss is mediocre, but let's be honest. They have 2 losses to 2 teams that they shouldn't have lost to. And to be honest, they could not afford to lose to Ole Miss this late in the year. That tells me that Georgia, even though they beat a Texas team, even though what I say could be true, football's fucking watered down. Anyone can beat anybody any given week. As we continue to see every single week, somebody beating somebody else. But what do I know? But it's not watered down. But y'all mad at me because Ole Miss ain't in my top 5 list. They got 2 fucking losses, and Georgia should be on that list for a shitbird team more than Ole Miss should be on there for a good team. They shouldn't have lost. They can't afford to lose, and now their fucking season's over. LSU, you got obliterated. You're fucking horrible. You should not even be in the conversation in the top 10 no more. Get the fuck out. LSU, your quarterback's overrated. Your offense is horrific, and you don't show up when the lights are brightest. You lose to a horrible SC team, and you lose to a fucking Bama team who in the last 5 weeks have struggled mildly. To get absolutely mud stomped like that at home is a fucking travesty. Florida State, you're just so bad that I'm curious to see if they pay Norvell to leave. Are they going to pay Norvell to leave? Because can we be honest? And I like Norvell. He's a friend of mine. I consider him a friend of mine. I like him. But I'm going to be honest. Bailey, can you find Norvell's tenure record at Florida State for me since he started at Florida State? So he took over for Willie Taggart, right? He had a bad first year, hits the portal heavy. He goes and gets some players. He has the undefeated year after he gets my kid, Jermaine Johnson from Georgia, gets some transfers to come in there to Florida State. They have a pretty decent year. The next year, they go undefeated. They don't get into the playoff. Everyone's pissed off at Florida State or at Curb Street because he didn't get in the playoffs. And now they're back to what? 1-what? I want to know what his overall record is and if he really is worthy of just having the one season.
His overall record at Florida State is 32-26.
I'm just going to be honest, man. 32-26, and you take a one undefeated season out of there and tell me what those other years combined are. You take that other you take that one good season out, and what is his combined record at Florida State? What did he win? 12 last year? So you take 12 wins out. Let's just take that 1 year as an anomaly. And even though I'm never going to take it away from him, he did it. What I'm saying is, look at all the other years he's had. I don't know if he's building a program, man. I don't know if he's really building a program. I thought he built a program in Memphis because that was before the NIL and the portal got real crazy. I thought he built a program at Memphis. He had to keep up with the Joneses in the ACC at Florida State. I don't know if this is a real conducive way to have success. I'm going to be honest. I don't think you can have success this way long term. I don't believe Deion can do it long term the way he's doing it. I don't believe Mario Cristobal can do it long term. I don't believe a lot of these guys can do it long term. I really don't. I really don't think that you can have long-term success in this manner. I really don't. And all the guys we thought you could do it with earlier in the year, we thought Clemson after the Georgia loss was going on a roll. He was doing it his way. He didn't have the transfers. Blah, 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 blah. Now Clemson just looks like an average team again. I mean, it's watered down. That's what the definition is. Do you realize what watered down means? You can't win with just portal kids and you can't win without them? That's fucking watered down. Like, you can't win with a band of mercenaries and you can't win with fucking all high school kids from Nebraska. Matt Rule, it don't work. It's just watered down. I'm just telling you guys, you can say what you want about me. It's fucking watered down. I've been saying it for fucking 4 years. I'm the only one saying it. And now people in the country are starting to fucking say it. And it's crazy that I'm the fucking first one and only one that stuck by my guns. Everybody else backed off of it. Everybody else talked that bullshit. It's got soft and started being soft with their takes because they were worried about getting canceled. No. The NFL quarterback's as bad as I've seen it. I've been telling y'all for 5 years that shit. It's true. Fact. College football is getting watered down. I've been telling y'all for 5 years. Fact. But what do I know? I was praising him. What did I praise Matt Rule for? I praised Matt Rule for doing it his way without the portal. I praised Dabo Swinney for doing it his way without the portal. I just said it's watered down, though, because you cannot win that way either. Not sustainable. And then you cannot win the other way with only mercenaries. Why is that so hard to understand? Come on, man. That's what it means. Holy shit. So Florida State won 13 games last year. Bring the list back up, baby. Let me end that bottom 5. Florida State won 13 games last year. You take 13 from 32. Just think about it. And that's not real life. We're not going to do that. But what I'm telling you is he's had one real solid year. A playoff-worthy year. But he didn't have a quarterback, and he wasn't better than Georgia, who didn't get in the playoff either last year. And he wasn't better than Washington, Texas, or Michigan. So let's just be honest. Who are you going to put him in over? Alabama? So they would have got fucking mud stomped. We know the real. And then you go play Georgia in a bowl game and get fucking 60 put on you, and you haven't recovered since, Florida State. You have not recovered since the bowl game where half of your team opted out, Coach Norvell. You haven't recovered since half your team that you let opt out of a bowl game because you were in your feelings so badly and you let kids suck their teeth a whole season of off-season drills and winter conditioning and spring ball. You let their fucking players suck their teeth for a whole year, and you know what it's done? It's sucked ass, because that's what you guys are now. You let Georgia beat you for a fucking whole calendar year. That's just fact. And that's the definition of fucking watered down. Period. And Iowa State, who I told you on this show again that KU was going to beat. Did I or did I not say Kansas was going to beat Iowa State? And I did, and we did. And by the way, somebody said, well, you don't talk about when you don't pick wins and you only pick losses. Yes, I do. It's fact. It's on record. I come on here and say, I had a horrible week. When do I not say that? I had a fucking horrible week. I don't see you, bitch boy, coming in here telling me how good I did, though, motherfucker. Contrary to your belief. You bitch-ass one-sided motherfuckers. You guys fucking embarrass me. I get secondhand embarrassment from some of you motherfuckers. But we got a legend, man. Super Bowl champ, Tampa Bay Buck, Tulane legend, undefeated Tulane legend, undefeated college football quarterback, legend of smoking cigars, finally admitted that California is the best state in the union, the best water, beaches, and weather, and food, and bitches. Our main man, introduce him right, Shaun King.
What's happening?
You hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. What's happening?
The favorite part of that for me is the dogs barking. You hear the dog? You don't hear the dogs bark? There's like woo woo. There's like and then Ash go crazy, and then he hear your voice, and he remembers you were like his homie when you were here. He know you. You still don't think he trained. He think he the most well trained dog on planet Earth. But it is what it is. We can agree to disagree.
Hey, he eat good, he sleep good. That's all that matters. Hey, Bailey, do me a favor. Email me that clip, please, because I've never actually got to experience it. I want to actually experience it.
What do you mean experience it?
Because the first 2 times, I didn't realize I had to tap the thing for the sound to come on. Then this time, I tapped it, but the sound was real low in the background. Like, you see, I can hear you.
Is it a user issue, you think?
It might be. That's why I say email it to me. I know how to open an email.
Hey, so we got a lot to discuss, man.
Hey, JB, sometimes you got to meet people where they at, man.
No, you do. You're right. You're right about it. You're right about that. Shout out to this Veterans Day Monday, man.
Happy Veterans Day to everybody. Thank you for your service.
No doubt. He already emailed it to you, Shaun, so you got it. Bailey worked fast, man. Bailey gets shit done. We got a lot going on today in the football world. Let's start with your takeaway from last night. Jared Goff threw 5 picks. I know he threw a Hail Mary pick before the half ended. I'll take that off his deal, as you know, you and I quarterback guys know. He also threw 2 ill-advised balls that weren't picked that could have been picked. He could have had 7 picks, if you want to be really honest. But they won the game. This is the reason why I say mediocrity is the new excellence. I thought CJ had his best first half of the season last night. I thought he was more accurate. The ball was coming out quick. His arm looked strong and healthy. He looked like he was on his P's and Q's. That was without Nico, and he got Schultz involved a little more. He had Tank Dell early on involved. He got Mechie and Robert Woods involved. I thought he was struggling. But then in the second half, they started fire zoning him, Shaun. You and I know they started bringing 5, dropping the D in. It caused him for some hesitation. We'll get the film this week and show it on Friday with you. It seems like he was holding the ball too long, and then he doesn't have Nico to go to, so everything's cloudier than he's usually cloudy because he doesn't have his 1A guy. So now, where you at with him? He's hit a little wall. I said he would as a sophomore, but I think he's still elite, and I think he's still upper echelon quarterback in this league for the future. I don't see him falling off like a Bryce Young fell off. I don't see him doing the things that we've seen from other guys in the past. I still think he's very good. I just think that he's been injury prone with the wideouts and his surroundings, and I think their defense has let him down, quite honestly, on several occasions. So it is what it is. They're 6-4. They've lost to every NFC North team besides the Bears. NFC seems to own them right now, and then they come off that horrible loss to the Jets, who get obliterated last night by the Arizona Cardinals. Where are you at with that Lions team who found a way to win, Shaun, even after 5 picks?
I thought it showed resilience. What was it, 23-7 at the half, 23-3, something like that?
23, I think 10. I'm not sure.
And to hold Houston scoreless, I think it said a lot for the defense. Detroit's dangerous, especially if they can find a way to get home field. So if I'm Philly, and I'm looking at the NFC race, it's very important that if we get to an NFC championship game, Detroit has to come to Philly, and we don't have to go to Detroit, because I think they're better at home where that crowd is involved. It's indoors, controlled climate. I know last night was in a dome as well, but big picture, that's what I would say. If you're in the NFC, you better have a better record. Houston, I think what it's showcasing is nobody's putting up big numbers around the league that doesn't have elite wide receivers. And so I'm still buying stock in C.J. Stroud, but that offense isn't the same without Nico, because he's such a dominant downfield threat. Like, you can't play certain coverages when he's on the field. Like, you have to start everything coverage-wise with where he's at and how do we make sure that we don't give him opportunities, to get a whole lot of one-on-one situations. So I think CJ's seeing different coverages because Nico's not there. Take away Stephon Diggs as well. No matter what you think about his behavior, he's still a legitimate, top 30, top 40 wide receiver in the NFL. So now you just got guys that are out of place. Tank Dell is a kind of specialty guy. When people are focused on Nico and somebody else, and he can get matched up on nickels one-on-one and, run those little different, specialty routes, he's good. But when he's got to line up outside and get off of bump coverage and, be taking all those hits, his frame's not going to hold up. So I think that's what the Texans are struggling with. I mean, they're still in the hunt. We'll figure it out. We'll find out. I know CJ's probably frustrated because the game looks a lot harder this year than it did last year. And they brought Nico off the IR, so hopefully, he'll be back next week. We'll see.
And the Lions will get Zadarius Smith, who they acquired, to get
From
another
Cleveland,
pass
right?
rusher. Yeah, they'll get another pass rusher in there. So they're going to be, at least have another pass rusher. But they continue to win without Aiden Hutchinson as a pass rusher. They continue to win, and it is what it is. The Chiefs, though, stay undefeated. The sole team that's undefeated, 9-0, continue to just get it done. The reason I brought up the Chiefs is I want to do something with you real quick. I want to talk coaching candidacies, coaching candidate of the year real quick. As we're middle of the season right now, I want to do it with you. I got a list that I put together, and I want to get your take on it. Right now at number 5, I'm going to start with Jonathan Gannon. What he's done in Arizona, just continue to win games there on the top of the NFC West. The NFC West is not what we thought they would be. We thought the Rams and the Niners would be the sole 1 and 2 of that league. They both got riddled with injuries to start the season. The Rams are starting to recover a little bit. We'll see tonight against a soft Miami team if they can put their foot on their throat. The Niners get a big win in Tampa against your Bucks yesterday. I thought the Bucks held them in check for the most part. CMC's first game back. I don't believe they looked that great, especially with the Bucks having a lot of offensive weapon issues. They held their own. I thought White ran well. They ran the football. They helped Baker as much as he could. But at the end of the day, the Niners
we should have won the game.
I know.
We got the ball first and goal with under a minute left, down 3. Not only did we not score a touchdown, we mismanaged the clock in such a way they still had time to come back and kick a field goal to beat us. And we had the ball inside our own 10, first and goal with under a minute left.
I know. Jonathan Gannon, Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota rejuvenates that, Sam Darnold and that team. He had a bump in the road in a 6-game span. He lost 2 games to 2 good opponents. Now he's won 2 in a row. It seems like they're getting it back. I do like their makeup, not only defensively. They're getting their tight end back. They're going to be able to get Addison and Justin Jefferson the football more. They're going to run the football. I think this is a great addition at running back that they got from Green Bay. I like this team. I think they're going to get back in the hunt of things with Detroit, stay ahead of Green Bay, right behind Detroit. I think they'll stay in the thick of things. I got to have his name on there. Dan Campbell. Listen, he could be coach of the year, no doubt about it as well. I want to see him get through. Listen, I got to stop. We got to start awarding or rewarding winners. I just think we don't do it enough, man. We don't do it enough. I thought Sirianni should have been coach of the year a couple years ago over Brian Daboll. He beat the Giants 3 times that year, including the playoffs. Brian Daboll had a good season, won a game, beat Minnesota in the playoffs with Daniel Jones. And that was a feat in itself, right? We all can agree. But again, Sirianni won. He went to a Super Bowl. I thought he should have been coach of the year that year, and I think he's a weirdo. I'm not a buyer and believer in Sirianni, but I call it what it is that year. I think we got to start paying homage to guys that actually win football games. I got Dan Campbell in the mix of that. I got Mike Tomlin right now, what he's doing with Russell Wilson. Who thought? I thought. You thought. We thought. Noel Mazzoni thought. Only person that didn't think was Mina Kimes. But what do we know? Mike Tomlin's doing one of his best jobs, in my opinion. He acquired Patrick Queen on defense. No one talked about it enough. Najee Harris is quietly having a Derrick Henry type of season right there with him. And I called it out on the pregame show yesterday with Shaun Salisbury. I said, I can see Washington beating Pittsburgh yesterday because Pittsburgh has yet to play an AFC North opponent and haven't seen Lamar Jackson yet. And Jaden Daniels is the closest thing they'll see to Lamar Jackson. And I thought the Washington Commanders lost that game yesterday. We'll dive into that with you here in a minute. But Mike Tomlin has quietly done an unbelievable job. I love to see the old school guys all on this list. And then Andy Reid, just quietly 9-0, man, just continuing to figure shit out. I just cannot dismiss him in the list. Like, you can put them on your list wherever you want because they're 9-0 and we can say they're not playing that good and blah, blah, blah. Mahomes is having his worst statistical year. The bottom line, they're 9-0. There's no other ifs and buts about it. I got to have them on there. So go ahead, Shaun, massage that list, add onto that list because I know Dan Quinn would be a consideration, what he's done in Washington. No doubt about it.
It's interesting, JB, because I think the top 2 are not just this year. I think it's overall in the game period. People dismiss the success that Tomlin's had, never having a record below 500. You know how hard that is to do when you're trying out Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph and that hobtodge of quarterbacks they had for 6 of those years. Like, he doesn't get enough credit for how good he is. I don't really have a problem with anything on the list. What Kevin O'Connell is doing in Minnesota is surprising in a positive way. They've kind of stubbed their toe a little bit. They didn't look good yesterday. I wonder if they can sustain it because they're not playing as good. But what he's done up to now, what is 7-2? I mean, hat tip. I mean, Jonathan Gannon, I mean, he's doing it with what I think is an inferior quarterback. When you look at the All-22 for Arizona, man, Kyler Murray is so inconsistent right now, and they're still finding a way to win. So hat tip to him. The only change I would make, I would take Dan Campbell off, and here's why. Everybody assumed the Lions were going to be good. So Campbell's kind of just going status quo. I would replace him with Shaun McDermott because Shaun McDermott made some decisions that were very unpopular. Got rid of Stephon Diggs, got rid of Gabe Davis, didn't go out and replace him with a diva caliber receiver. You know, they drafted Keon Coleman, they just traded for Mark Cooper, but nobody's talking about Buffalo's 8-2.
And I had McDermott as my 6th guy off the list, and I had Quinn as my 7th guy off the list. That's where it was. I just wanted to do a 5 today. I'm going to do this every couple of weeks just so as we get closer to the end of the year, and hopefully we'll see who's at the end of the day, who's the coach of the year. But Sirianni's quietly getting in there too. I got him at 8. I got him at 8. They're winning. I mean, it is what it is. The Eagles are playing as well as anybody right now. But the Buffalo Bills, addition by subtraction without Stephon Diggs, I called it. I thought that Joe Brady's doing a great job offensively with the play calling. I think they're running the ball with Cook. Without a star receiver, I called the game yesterday. I said they would blow out the Colts. Everyone took the Colts except me. I took the Bills. I had another good day betting with the NFL and college football. No Amari Cooper, no Keon Coleman, and they go in there and beat a Colts team that everyone thought was going to be pretty decent with Flacco being taken over the Rams. Listen. You can talk about who the Bills have beat. That just tells me that you're ignorant. This is the NFL. They're not playing college football teams, dog. They're playing fucking teams that pay their players, too. So I don't know if you realize who they beat. It doesn't matter. Who the Chiefs beat by having 8 games at home, motherfucker. So anyway, where you at? So that's fair. We'll see how it goes. I get your MCDC thing, but I think that you continue to do what you do in Detroit, even with – remember, I give him credit because Jamison Williams has gotten suspended. He's got outside noise. You got Aiden Hutchinson. You lost your best pass rusher, and you continue to win games. I just think he has to be in that mix. I do. And then
and you have the most dumb, intelligent chat, going on the podcast. So the dumb portion of the chat, I'm not saying that Dan Campbell doesn't deserve credit or what he's doing with the Lions is impressive. I'm simply comparing the preseason expectations to where they currently are. And a lot of people had the Lions picked to be the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. So they're tracking towards that expectation. I'm saying people thought the Bills would regress slightly because of losing the receivers, and they've gotten better. That's all I'm saying.
Doubt.
So the intelligent part of the chat will understand that. So the rest of you damn yahoos.
Yeah. I mean, who beat the Bills? Who beat the Bills? Who the Bills beat? Who beat the Bills? That motherfucker. Like it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Real quick, can we stick a fork in the Jets and the Cowboys? It's over. It's over.
Yeah, the Cowboys been dead. The Jets got off the plane to Arizona thinking that they still had a chance.
Hey, I had a bet yesterday. Shout out to BetUS. I had to bet on the Cowboys yesterday with Cooper Rush. I had to, just for shits and giggles. Scared money don't make money. I had to. I thought the team would have rejuvenation. They'd come out energetic with the Red Riflemen, and they'd come out there and want to play for the guy. He looked fucking atrocious, and that just tells me that the team is just so bad that it doesn't matter who you throw in there. And then they throw Trey Lance in there. He looks like he did in the FCS the year he did not play. So it's just a bad nucleus of a roster. They got – listen to this, man. I want to show you. Bailey, do you have the picture of the stadium I sent you on Twitter? Have you seen the picture of the stadium?
Everybody left?
No. Like the sun comes right in on the fucking players' faces. They can't even see the ball. And you got this trillion-dollar stadium, and it's like, holy shit, man. Can you fix the stadium? The players are complaining. The fucking
CeeDee Lamb said he couldn't see. And so on the end zone ball.
Wait till you see this picture.
So here's the funniest thing. Somebody asked Jerry Jones about it after the game. And he had like a little smart remark. He's like, okay, yeah, we're going to tear down $1 billion stadium.
Yeah.
No, Jerry, keep losing.
There's a picture, I think, Bailey, too. I don't know if I sent it on Twitter, I thought. There's a picture of he don't even see the ball.
Yeah, you can tell he don't see it. Like, he don't react at all.
There's like a picture of the sun just coming straight in on a still shot picture. And it's crazy to me. Look at that shit, Shaun.
That's crazy.
How the fuck you gonna see in that? I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy that this guy has this stadium. He has this roster. He spent all this money. He's got a guy, Dak Prescott. If we want to talk about overpaid under-deliverers in the NFL, there's a shitload of them, and we have it in college as well. But damn, Cowboys are stuck. They're done. I'll never pick them again. I did it on GP just to see if Cooper Kupp or Rush would give him a shot in the arm. He didn't do that at all, Shaun. That team is bad. And then Micah Parsons, Shaun. Can we please address the elephant in the room?
Is he back yet? Is he playing?
He came back, and he had some things to say. Take a listen to what he had to say.
It's above my pay grade about if Mike is coaching again next year. But, all coaching aside, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. But the guys, I kind of feel bad for guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
What? That shit is crazy to me, dog. I don't know, Shaun, if I've ever heard a player. I don't know what to say, man. What is your take? This guy to me is the ultimate clown in the NFL. I think he's clown A, 1A. He's top clown in the NFL. As talented as he is, he's only using his talent that God touched him with to get by in the NFL. He doesn't work on his craft. He's worried about outside noise. He's worried about other players' issues. He's worried about his opponent's team players. He's got players from other teams on his show during the year. I think this is clown 1A. I think he's one reason why Cowboys are struggling, because this is what the genetic makeup of that roster is. It's a bunch of these guys right here. Anyway, what is your takeaway from what he just said about the head coach of the current head coach of the Cowboys?
See, Mike is the worst kind of the worst, too, because
Shitberg, great player. Yeah.
He hadn't been available. He comes back.
Yeah.
He makes 2 plays.
Wow.
Doesn't have any tackles. Yeah. Doesn't have any tackles, but he has 2 sacks, and one of them is a strip sack, forced fumble.
And he was getting reached all game long. That motherfucker was getting dominated at the point of attack.
He hadn't made a play in the run game yet, but the 2 sacks allow him now to feel like he can be the face of the organization in the locker room. He can be the spokesperson. And listen, I'm not going to lose 1 ounce of sleep because Dallas is terrible. I am not. I think they're the most overinflated brand in the history of sports, irregardless of sport. Like the amount of coverage and just notoriety they get for being abysmal when it comes to winning championships in the entire 2000s. We're in 2024. They haven't gotten to a Super Bowl. But people every year, it's like, this is a big brand. Ooh, Cowboys this, Cowboys that. Listen, when McCarthy fired Kellen Moore, I knew the end was coming because Kellen Moore is a damn good offensive coordinator. I don't know how you can look at the problems and blame him. Then when they paid Dak, I was like, okay, they're really in trouble because now they're stuck. Even if Dak goes out and Dak and Havoc, they're stuck. And you pay CD. Now, you probably could trade CD because he might want to be traded and you might can move him, but they're stuck now. Because even if it was a situation where Jerry wanted to go, and I'm just putting this out there in space because he played for the Cowboys, and wanted to hire Dion, they couldn't bring in Shador, even if they had to pick, because you got Dak sitting there on that crazy deal, and the chances of trading Dak are probably minimal to none.
Yeah. Let's talk about rookie quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Jaden Daniels is head of class ahead of everyone else, in my opinion. He's also, contrary to belief, nobody would have expected this team to be as good as they are. They were a 7-point game against a good Baltimore team. They should have beat the Steelers last night. That would put them at, 7 or 8-2 if they would have won last night against the Steelers, who's a real good team as well. I would probably put the Pittsburgh Steelers in a contention of a Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest. I mean, the AFC is not that great this year. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Buffalo Bills, and the Chiefs seem to be the head of the class. Texans down below those top echelon guys. But really, on the AFC side of things, the Steelers and the Ravens and who? You got the Chiefs, obviously, in the AFC, the Texans maybe. But
hey, JB. Nobody's talking about this. The Steelers made 2 very, very important pickups at the trade deadline. Mike Williams, who is a deep threat for the Chargers.
Caught a touchdown already, and he hadn't shot anything with the Jets.
He went to the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers ruined his confidence. You can tell. Like, you can tell Aaron just he can't say nothing back to Aaron. He tired of Aaron bullshit. Like, he goes to Pittsburgh, first game, did the same thing he did with the Chargers, deep threat down the field. They also picked up Adam Thielen from the Panthers, who in and of itself is not going to make or break them, but it gives them a wily experience inside the hashes guy to
bigger body,
those zone coverages. Yeah,
bigger body guy.
And because they can beat you any kind of way now. They can play physical defense, run the ball, play field position. You know, they can, throw the ball now a lot better than they have been. I think they're a dangerous team.
I do too. Now, going to the rookie side, Jaden Daniels, because we started with the conversation they could have beat the rookie Steelers last night. He's the head of the class. You and I both called it before the draft. Before the draft occurred, I said Jaden Daniels. You and I both said he's the best. My good friend coached him in high school here at Cajon High School in SoCal. The kid he's a stand-up kid as well. Hopefully he'll gain weight as he gets more mature, just like you saw Kevin Garnett come in the NBA as a skinny 190-pound kid. You saw KD, Kobe Bryant. They all mature through age and get that protein in their weight room supplements. That'll happen. So we'll see him gain weight. He'll get to 230 probably with his 6'4.5" frame. And I think Jaden Daniels' future is bright. Him and C.J. Stroud, the future is in good hands with a couple of young Qs. Having said that, the rest of the Qs, in my opinion, are ass. But that's just me. Now you got Drake May, who you and I have had mixed emotions about coming out of college, but you go to a bad organization. The Patriots are a bad organization right now. Bo Nix went to Denver. Denver has shown signs of being really good on defense. Offense, it looks like a rookie QB. And then you got Caleb Williams. Everyone talked about the nail painting and all the outside noise off the field. On the field, though, besides 2 games, he looks like a semblance of a bust. I said that this guy would be a guy that he looks like he is. He's had 2 good games where they won some games. They were 4 wins into the season, all being at home, Shaun. 4-0 at home. They haven't won away from their home facility yet. And then last night, the Patriots dog stomp him, and he looks bad. He looks really bad. He's lost to, I think, there's a graphic. He's lost to Jaden Daniels. He lost to every rookie QB, hasn't he not? Oh, he lost to Drake May, Jaden Daniels, both picked after him. Where are you at with this rookie class and specifically Caleb Williams as he took all the hype going into the season?
I think overall you still got to be excited about it. I mean, Jaden Daniels looked like he has MVP of the league ability. Bo Nix hadn't necessarily been lighting up the world, but he's quarterbacking a team that's, in playoff contention as a rookie. And, I mean, he's been playing, above average for most of the time. Drake May, when healthy, has looked good, to be honest. And he's not really playing with a whole lot of help there in New England. I told everybody in Chicago this was the season for Caleb. I said the Bears are still a 7-win team. Caleb's going to struggle. It's going to take him a whole year to figure out what he can and can't do in this league. He's going to have to learn how to deal with grown men. And I think this next stretch he's about to see that because guys' numbers is down. And guys can't get new contracts and they can't get incentives in their deals, if their numbers ain't right. So what Chicago's going to do, Chicago's do the worst thing you could do for a rookie quarterback. They're going to blame the head coach. They're going to fire Eberflus at the end of the year. And so what's going to happen is Caleb, second year in the league, he's going to be learning a new system. And so I think next year he's going to struggle as well, but we'll see. Also, I did misspeak right before that, Coach. The Steelers did not pull off the trade for Adam Thielen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they had the deal done, and the Panthers didn't want to take a 7th for him or whatever, and they ended up not doing it. My bad, chat.
Okay. Hey, we caught it. It's all good. It happens. But they still got Mike Williams, and Russell Wilson looks better than Aaron Rodgers. It's not close. It's not close. He looks better than a lot of QBs, by the way. So, hey, Shaun, you got time to hang out or you got to go?
No, I'm good. I got you till 9.
All right. Hey, it's E-Dub Monday. It's Super Bowl champ Eric Weddle Monday. I went to his high school game, first round of the playoffs. They got it done in a barn burner high school game. They won 28-27. Their opponent went for 2 to win the game. E-Dubs comes up with a stop. His son plays safety and quarterback. Had a good game. And let's bring in Super Bowl champ the only way we know how. Where is he at? E-Dub Mondays.
Yeah. I'm in my mode, ready to transform you into I hate a storm, Hail Marys, I make it pour. Good, I ain't lying, you little giants, we been defying. Rising. What's the cost to be the boss? Breaking down the walls. We all in once the coin gets tossed. Got the plan of action, never acting. No need to scramble to get traction. We make it happen. From 3-4s to 4-3s, we get it cracking.
E-Dub! Hey, is that the white guy trying to vibe?
Oh, I definitely can vibe now. So,
you better, Shaun, he been around brothers his whole life, played NFL.
Hey,
You gotta have
E-Dub always had that sauce, even when he played. Like, here's why I give him a lot of credit, JB. He was rocking the beard before the beard was, like, popular.
Yeah.
Before Rick Ross, before all of them.
Listen, the running joke was, I am half brother because you don't ever see a white boy play like me. So there got to be some brother in there. There has to be.
That's what they said about me when I with the ladies. But anyway, let me ask you something real quick. You guys, you found your dog. I
was just about to ask that. What did you find the dog?
He did, because the chat's going crazy. The chat's already asking. I've announced it all week last week, but the chat happened, and E-Dub has a great story. He went hiking 27 miles in, and he walked it, and he found his dog in a cave, riddled by mountain lions. He took on the mountain lions, got his dog out. But E-Dub, what's the story? You found the dog. You went back there. Tell the story real quick so everybody knows you found him.
Yeah, so from where my house is to Route 67 is about 5 miles, and it's basically just mountain range, valleys and mountains. And I knew where we last saw him 2 days prior, and at this point we hadn't heard of anybody seeing him. We hadn't no news, nothing. So at this point, I'm like, for my sanity, it was let me go look for him. If I can't look for him, then the realization that maybe someone stole him or took him, and hopefully they'll have a good life. Like that was where I was at, and was really down the dumps. And I just felt like I needed to go look for him myself, and started out on that trail, going through the mountains. Man, I felt like Sylvester Stallone and Cliffhanger, man, going through the mountains, and I'm climbing up. You got scratches on my knees and stuff, going through these rocks, and finally got to the end of it's Goat Peak. It's the highest point. You could see the ocean from where I was at, and then obviously you could see the other side. And yelled out his name, and he barked back, and it was one of the most surreal moments. I'm not gonna lie. He was right below me, like 50 yards below me. So I had to like slide down the mountain. There wasn't a trail at this point, so I'm just in the middle of the freaking mountains, and he was hunkered down. He had been there for probably a day from what the one house had heard him yelping throughout the night, howling. And it took him literally getting right next to him and sniffing me before he allowed me to pet him. I mean, he was on defense mode, really ready to bite me. So it was pretty crazy. It's great to see the community. It's great to see people get behind one another, and it's also a great reminder that the world isn't as bad as people may think it is, because there's a lot of amazing people out there that are willing to help at a beckon call, and I felt the love from everywhere, and it was just great to get them back.
Hey, we lost Ben Herbstreit. Herbstreit, the dog that's made it fame with Kirk Herbstreit on TV. He brought the other one, though, I think Peter or whatever. But we found one. We lost one. That's how it goes, man. That's life. Let's get some football, E-Dub, Shaun. I appreciate you guys jumping on Veterans Day. Shout out to all the veterans out there who served. We had to do the show today before I go pull my boat out of the water. E-Dub, I got a damn water leak. Not from the ocean, but fresh water. So it's a good thing, but I can't find it. So I got to pull it out and take it in. So anyway, that'll be my day story, driving that 12,000-pound thing around town. Where you at with your Utah Utes? I know you're alum, and then you got inducted. What did you get inducted with before I talked at the Charger game yesterday?
Nothing inducted. They wanted to have me come out and they do a legend of the game, and so they wanted new management in there and trying to come back through and show my face a little bit with that organization and the players and trying to support them. They're doing a great job, and like I said, everyone within the organization now and the coaching staff is through the Ravens, and I basically know all of them. So I have a pre-relationship with them, and it's very good, and I wish them all the best. So it was good. Brought my 2 oldest kids, and it's great to see the love from the fans. And, I hadn't been back since I retired, and obviously everything that happened.
It was like a Marine celebration, right? Like the
service. It was.
Low key, the Chargers have the best defense in the NFL.
Oh,
Nobody's talking about it.
They
got the best defense in the NFL. They're good.
Giving up 12 points a game. Whew.
Man, no one's talking about them, man. They're going to be interesting out. They're going to be an interesting out in the AFC. Man, Utah loses to BYU. Controversial take. I know Kalani and Witt and, my boy Lewis Powell at Utah, they all go over and talk. What was said here? Do you know what was going on? I know there was
Coach Witt's just obviously disappointed with how that game ended. The reality is, you're not going to win many games against a top 10 team when your offense doesn't score a point in the second half. So, the call could have gone either way. He did hold them. Now, did they have any deciding factor on the play? No, like the guy was getting sacked. It wouldn't have mattered. So, why did they throw that flag? The three refs in their spots didn't throw it. It was the guy that was 35 yards back after the sack throws it. So it's a little skeptical, but he did hold him. Like it was a hold. I'm not going to sit here and deny that. We still had a chance to stop him, but honestly, I think like the kids deserved that win. They did. And I think he's thinking this is probably it. And he wanted to go out beating our rival. And it was frustrated, as multiple people were, but it didn't have any factor on their relationship, him and Kalani. They're family, so Kalani knows.
Mark Harlan was the AD at
Oh
South
my
Florida
gosh!
Before he went to Utah, he went off.
He did.
Hey,
he sure did. Got fined.
We got video of it. We got video. He was fined by the Big 12 $40,000, and will be and he'll issue a public reprimand. Edub, break the truth down about this deal. What he had to say here, basically, for the audio listeners, he said, "I recognize that there are more appropriate." Let me read that to the audio, Bailey. My bad. I'll read that statement to the audio, and then we'll play the video. He said, "I recognize that there are more appropriate times and avenues to express those concerns, and I accept the consequences of my decision. My comments came after having just left our team locker room and where our student athletes were hurting and upset. This is what football is, contrary to all the Barstool Sports guys that never played or coached and don't understand when the coach ran the offensive lineman off the field at ULM last week, and everybody at Barstool went off on him and thought the coach was being emotional. That's what it is. You never played or coached. So, listen, an athletic director did it as well. He's now accepted it. And here's the video of it, Edub, Shaun.
This game was absolutely stolen from us. We were excited about being in the Big 12, but tonight I am not. We won this game. Someone else stole it from us. Very disappointed. I will talk to the commissioner. This was not fair to our team. I'm disgusted by the professionalism of the officiating crew tonight. Thank you.
He's hot. This has been the worst officiating conference, Shaun.
Dude, the officiating in 2024 from the NFL down is as bad as it's ever been. It is unbelievable how many blatantly obvious mistakes are made.
And the problem I have is, Edub and Shaun, you got the same call if we hit a quarterback in the head of any type of way. It doesn't even have to be a face mask. You're going to get a call. Joe Burrow not had one. He had two in a game that they lose by 1 point against the Ravens. And then he gets hit in the back, blasted 3 steps late. Don't call that. We know Mahomes is going to get that call. We know certain guys are going to get that call. The inconsistency, I think, is it can be bad, Shaun, but if it was consistently bad, I would have more respect.
So here's what's happening. Because they're speeding and running red lights in Florida, don't mean you should start being sensitive to throwing tickets for it in Texas. Here's what's happening. Something will transpire on a Sunday. And the following Sunday, you can tell that those referees have been told, listen, anything remotely close to this, let's throw the flag and get it in check. When what should be happening is you guys know the rules of the games, call what you see. Like take the opener, Kansas City, Baltimore. Obviously, they were trying to make a point about the tackle being in the backfield, right? They call, I think, Baltimore, 4 or 5 times in that game for not having enough guys on the line of scrimmage. You can see games where they're calling bogus holding in the secondary. Then another game, a guy be getting mauled and they don't throw the flag. Like, it's really ridiculous because there's, as you said, JB, no consistency from game to game.
Yeah. Edub, Shaun, you both played NFL, long time veterans. I got to ask you, man, the 49ers went to play Shaun's old team, the Bucs. They get a win, but the introduction stole the show. Deebo Samuel walked into the stadium and seemingly looking like a Terminator of some sort. I got text messages.
I don't understand. I don't understand how guys they had to be getting paid to wearing this stuff. You couldn't pay me to wear something like that.
Hey, I don't care what he got on. It's the walk that got me concerned.
Yeah, that too, man. That too. I don't understand, man.
Damn,
I don't get it. And then
if you're trying to tell us something, Deebo, just come out and say it, man.
That's what I'm saying, man. I got 2 text messages from 2 coaches that you probably both know very well. 2 NFL buddies of mine, and they said he's got to be salt. He's got to be sugar in the tank. Got to be. There's no way he wears that without being that way. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Listen,
the craziest part, Shaun, you can attest because you were a little bit older than me, that you would have never seen this wild dressing going on ever. And then it's changed, obviously, with society and all this other weird stuff going on. The last 3 to 5 years, some of the stuff that these guys wear, you couldn't pay me. I'm sorry.
And they're getting upcharged on it because of the brand, and it don't even look good. And I bet that's probably a $20,000 outfit. I bet the jacket probably $15,000.
Yep. And if that's the new drip, as y'all want to say out there, you youngsters, you can have it, dog. You can have it. If you think that's
he's got on dress socks and dress shoes with boy shorts on. Like, what in the hell is going on, man?
Hey, the problem is half the chat was defending it earlier. I'm just like, that's the problem. Here's the issue I have, though, Shaun and Edub. The snapper, the long snapper, who he then goes and chokes on the sideline, has to be feeling at an all-time low of life. That the guy wearing a leather skirt choked me out on the sideline. That has to even be worse. By the way, that guy
of course, I watched the whole game because that's my Bucs. So I'm always support the squad. I want to discuss this a little bit. This is what happened. Moody was awful yesterday. Moody missed 3 field goals. He barely made the one at the end to win it, but he had missed 3 field goals when that occurred. That was just after his 3rd miss. And Deebo basically told Moody, you can read his lips, do your fucking job.
Yeah.
And the long snapper was defending him. And so then that's when Deebo grabbed the long snapper and said, get the fuck out of here. So I actually want to talk about that because I think sometimes the kicker needs it. Kickers are so used to when they miss it, everybody, pat him on the back.
Oh, it's fine.
Sometimes they need to be snapped back into reality.
I agree with that. Peyton Manning did it with the Colts, and he called him an idiot kicker. I get it. I think you should. That's your only job. That's what you come out there for. You don't tackle nobody. You don't cover nobody. You don't throw nobody open. I get all that. But then the guy that had a skirt choked me out, though. I just have a problem, man.
Yeah, I might have to sneak him in the locker room.
That's the problem I'm seeing, dog. But guys, wait, though. Hey,
Shaun.
Hey, D-Dub, Shaun's not too political, but the guy that he choked.
Hey, wait. Hey, how did where's our guy at?
Smitty?
Is he still in mourning?
Yeah, he probably is.
Hey, he's at Fox. He's at Fox. Listen.
Smitty, come back to us. Hey, it's okay. You woke up the next morning.
Hey, I keep trying to tell him stop giving a damn.
Hey, but the long snapper, the long snapper voted Kamala. So
maybe that's why. Maybe Deebo felt some type of way.
Hey, I'm like, oh shit.
We can't have that around here.
Hey, Shaun, be honest, Shaun. He's a long snapper, man. The long snappers some of them play 20 years in the league. That's what
Absolutely.
they do. They make $500-600K, right? Whatever they did back in the day. They did a great life. Long snap, get it done. Get it back to the holder, 0.8 seconds. Make sure we snap it off. But this guy, if you look at him adjusting his face mask after the choke out, just take a look at it real quick. You can't tell me that he's not feminine.
That's Moody hand. That's the kicker hand.
Why was he mushing him?
No, he trying to help him fix his makeup. Look, get your makeup on.
Hey, that looks like a horrific deal right there. So listen, let's talk NFC West real quick, E-Dub. The Rams, your Rams, play tonight against a soft Miami team who just doesn't play well when it comes to physicality, led by their head coach, Mike McDaniel. It is what it is. That's where I'm at with it. But this Ram team seemingly getting healthier as we go. The Niners got that win last night, but they all, including the Seahawks, trail a very tight race in the NFC West and the trail the Cardinals of all people. Shaun just came out and said, Kyler Murray is as inconsistent of a quarterback as we have in the league, and I don't know how long-lived this can be. But do the Rams get it done tonight against a explosive Miami team when Tua is healthy, and then they continue to thrive from here? Is Nakua healthy, Cooper healthy? Can they run the football with Kyron Williams? I think Kyron and Derrick Henry, the only two running backs in the NFL, have scored every game this season, a touchdown. The Rams getting a tight end involved, defense getting better. They did trade a DB over to Baltimore for some picks. So I think that the Stafford rumors have passed. They are now trying to win every game going forward. There's no one selling out, trying to worry about next year. This Ram team is trying to win going forward, correct?
Yeah, no, there's no doubt. They won those 2 games to get back to 500. Their season's saved at this point. To get back to 500 with the injuries that they've had to deal with is you got to commend them and tip your hat. I mean, that's what saves the season. That's what saves the locker room. Obviously, great leadership by those veterans and Shaun leading the way. So they're only going to get better. They're only going to get healthier as the season goes on. And I think they're, getting that 10 days off since their last game. It's going to be big. I think they'll play great tonight and go get that win and continue that momentum. And by the end of the season, I could think that they'll be one of the top teams that you don't want to play in the playoffs, whether they win the division or not, because the division's pretty close.
Like last year, right? They were scary. They could have beat that Detroit team. Who knows? The Rams could have been in the Super Bowl. We don't even know. That's how close that was. So it's going to be interesting. You expect the Rams to win tonight against Miami, speaking of that game?
Of course, no doubt.
Shaun?
Miami's. I haven't decided yet. I still got a couple calls I got to wait to get back. I don't trust these injury reports, man. I need to hear from people what people.
I want to be clear.
Who are you worried about?
I don't even think the Rams are completely healthy. I know they're back playing, but I mean,
they're still not like healthy, but they're able to at least compete now.
Right. He don't look explosive.
I gotta ask you though, real talk. Miami's what, 2-6 or 3-6? I don't know, but I know Tyreek Hill is questionable. He was before the game. So you have Tyreek Hill, who is on record as the fastest man in the NFL right now. Jalen Waddle, they on record is the 4th fastest man in the league right now, behind Xavier Worthy and somebody else. I saw the list. And then Mosert's the top 10 fastest man in the NFL. And they also have A-Chain in the top 10 in the NFL. They have 4 fastest guys in the NFL on that roster on offense. And I just don't know if that is ever going to equate to winning a physical game in the NFL, because they depend on let's go deep and they think that's going to win football games. No, we have a coverage that we can call quarters. We could actually run cover 3. We could actually just sit back there. I don't know if you realize that. I don't understand why they think this is the only way to build a team, and that's what Miami has done over the past few years. I just don't think they can beat anybody when it matters.
I think Weddle has a big game tonight. That's where I'm leaning right now, is on the player prop. I think I'm going to play Weddle to have a big game. He's due to go off.
Yeah.
Rams secondary is average at best. You know, they addressed the front with those the Verse kid is playing really good from Florida State, and they drafted the Fiske kid as well.
Yeah, Fiske is playing well. I think he had a couple sacks last week.
But they got some holes in that secondary. So I think Miami will be able to create some explosive plays down the field.
Yeah, I agree. Shaun, real quick, what's your takeaway from last night's 5-interception performance by Jared Goff, and the Lions just continue to figure it out and get it done? He threw a Hail Mary pick before the half. I get it. But he threw 4 picks, but then he also threw 2 balls that could have been picked. He could have had 6-7 picks out there last night. They still get the job done. CJ didn't play really well in the second half. He was lighting it up in the first half. They don't score a point in the second half. The Texans, that being. Detroit comes back from down 10 to win it. Is this team the best in football right now?
I don't think so. I think what it kind of magnifies is that you call it watered down, but I call it wide open. Like if you mathematically have a chance to win your division or be a wild card contender in the playoffs, I think this is as wide open a season as I've seen. And that's with Kansas City sitting at 9-0, but they don't look dominant. They look resourceful and mentally tough. They find ways to win, but they don't look like you would go into Kansas City feeling like you can't beat them.
But E-Dub, if I throw 5 picks and win the game as a roster player in that locker room, you got to be feeling damn good. Like you could beat anybody, no?
Unless you're in Houston locker room.
Yeah. I mean, that game was very odd. The back and forth interceptions and decision making. You know, you look at the course of Jared Goff's career, he usually has 1 or 2 games like this where he just forgets how to play quarterback. And I don't think it changed.
They got rid of him. I think you and we talked, but I'm like, that's why Shaun traded for Stafford, no?
Yeah, I mean, there are a number of reasons. Just think it met his rubber met the road, you know, like they got maxed out that relationship. But they both moved on to better spots. I think normally Jared playing his normal way, I think they're the best. But that was a very interesting game to watch, and then how it ended. Detroit, like you said, they got top to bottom roster is probably the best in the league. It always comes back to quarterback play when it gets nitty and gritty in playoff time. I think Shaun's exactly right. I think it is wide open. You look at the Chiefs and they're 10-0 or 9-0, whatever they are. They could easily be 5-5, right? And so same thing with a lot of the teams. So I think it's are you playing at home? What is the path? Matchups? Who's playing the best at the end of the season? Like there's so much that goes into it to get on a Super Bowl run. And does the ball bounce your way? Do you get some calls that you need? There's so much that goes into it. But I think the level of play right now is high? No, but I do like the competitiveness each week that any team can beat any team. And I think that's good for football.
Yeah, no doubt. Where are you guys at with both? I asked Shaun earlier. We know the 2 teams are cooked, but where are you at with the coaching side of the 2 teams? Does McCarthy get through the season in Dallas, and what do the Jets do going forward on the coaching search?
Man, how does Peterson still have a job right now?
And Peterson's another one, but yeah, no doubt. Where are you at with the Cowboys and McCarthy? Are they going to be able to? Is he going to survive the season even?
He will, because that's what Jerry said.
Jerry does.
Right?
Yeah.
Jerry's not gonna. I don't think has he ever fired a guy mid-season. It's just not how he runs his business. He's gonna let it ride out. They are a dumpster fire. They're just getting destroyed from within. He's talking about Dak like Dak's a nobody, and then you thought Cooper was better. Like there are reasons why guys like JB. I know you like put on that Cooper Rush hat and this and that. There are reasons why you're a backup. There are reasons why you never play, because you're not very good. Okay. Yeah. and other factors. Obviously, like you just paid the guy, or he's a first-round pick. You're not gonna beat him. But man, like you're the owner of the team, and you're trying to instill confidence and instill belief in your fans, and you're dog stomping your quarterback. Like, who wants to play for this organization? Would be my answer. My question.
Micah on podcast bashing. I don't know if you heard that. Did you hear? Did you hear what he said about Mike McCarthy?
No, what did he say?
Bailey, play Micah Parsons' soundbite. It's unbelievable.
Oh gosh.
E-Dub, listen to this.
But if Mike is coaching again next year, but all coaching aside, Mike can leave and go wherever he wants. But the guys, I kind of feel bad for guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year or on their way out. Because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
Oh my goodness gracious!
What?
Can you?
I mean, like seriously, what do you do? I don't know. That just tells me the whole organization. What you just said summed it up. Dumpster fire. I don't understand what you do.
I don't. That's just like not having some type of respect or care for everyone trying to do their best to their jobs. Like, yeah, like McCarthy's going to take the blame. Is he the reason for all this? Like, yeah, he's a big part of it. But what about you, Micah Parsons? We're not playing well and playing great football. And Dak Prescott would say the same thing. And CeeDee Lamb blaming not catching the ball in the sun that he's been playing there for 7 years. Like, come on, guys. Like, at the end of the day, and I've always said this, players play, coaches coach. If we lose, it's because I didn't do my job, okay? I didn't do it. We didn't do it collectively. Yes, the coaches had a hand in it, but I'm not going to sit here and blame the coaches and to sit here and say, like, they didn't work hard enough or they don't put in the hours. Like, it's just like –
And
Eric, I got a PSA for all current NFL football players. Listen, guys, let's be very clear on something here, okay? You have to respect the position, even if you don't, or even if you don't like the person. You can't be disrespectful to the guy that's sitting in the head coaching spot, or the guy that's sitting in the coordinator spot, or the guy that's in the position coach spot. Those positions have authority. You have to be respectful of those positions, man. Y'all got to cut this out.
Can I ask you both?
That's disrespectful, Michael Parsons. It's in bad taste. I'm just telling you,
it's not good. It's not a good look, man.
It's not.
Can I ask you too a question? Did you ever, as you got older, you're a veteran, you're getting paid big money, et cetera, did you ever call your head coach by first name, even at the NFL level?
No, not while I played.
Well,
I might say coach instead of saying Coach Dungy or Coach Gruden, but I never went up and was like John or Tony, not while I was playing.
I just wanted to ask, like, does it change, E-Dub? Does it change from college?
I do think in the NFL it's more common, though. I do think, especially behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Harbs always wanted to be called Harbs, and he stated that. Like, he didn't like how. And then Shaun, same way. I'm trying to think like in an interview.
I feel weird now, even though E-Dub, like even if I was around you on Friday with your kids, I'd call you coach though, because it's ingrained. It's ingrained in my mind, I guess. Like if I have anyone that coached me and I go see them, older coaches of mine, I call them coach. I don't even know their first name. I don't think.
Yeah, it's definitely the respect, and I think Shaun's 100% right. Like there have been times where I may have disagreed with what the coach was saying in the moment. Never my head coach and never the coordinator. It was never that. It was maybe position coach, but I never would cross that line in the meeting room and try to overpower him or overstep him. It was more like, all right, when he left, this is how we're going to do it. Okay. And if anything comes from it, then I'll talk to the coach. Right. Like, but we always had that respect, because if you lose the respect of the room, you have no coach, and the players run the room. And never did I ever want that. And I like being coached. I like being boundaries and rules and tell me where to go. Like when you're always making decisions, it's nice just to be told what to do at times and just say, hey, this is how we're going to do it. This is the rule for the game. We don't need to overthink this, and let's go get it done. And then you have a plan. You go execute it during practice, and then you play confident. Like oftentimes us as players, we just want to be guided and point in the right direction so we don't have to think. And that's what the coaches do and why they're there.
Yeah, no doubt. Let me ask you guys, before we do some hell yeah, hell no in this, I appreciate you guys coming on. EW, you got a big first-round game last week versus Brawley.
Congrats.
They got that done. Big win. There was a scrappy group, man. I know we talked about them, and we talked about where Brawley is in location-wise in California. They don't have a big city. They don't they don't play a lot of talent. I've been through there, 29 Palms and Mexicali and all those areas out there, and kind of going towards Arizona. It's like, wow. And then they came and played a nutty group played. I thought, man, the quarterback was a little guy who was out there dropping dimes and making things happen. You guys would answer. You guys get the win. You got to play a much, with no disrespect to them, but a much better team as far as on paper this week, right?
Yeah, we got at Carlsbad. Obviously, the last few years, Carlsbad's run San Diego D1. Open with Julian Assange, who's now at Ohio State, who was at Alabama, and then switched his scholarship. They haven't last couple of years. They've been lost buzzer beaters in the Open, and this is it's going to be a huge test. They're well coached, they're disciplined, physical. Obviously, you got O-line, D-line. I like our chances though. I like the matchup. I think we got the advantage on the perimeter and in the secondary scheme, and I think our quarterback's better. So we'll have a chance. But
who's your son, by the way?
Yep. Yeah.
He's a baller. He's a baller.
He's
Sophomore.
playing well.
Sophomore.
Freshman.
Not even a sophomore. I thought he was a sophomore. Holy shit. He's going to be good. E-Dub's son, wearing the 22 out there, Shaun, by the way. You got to
deuce.
You got to come get out. You got to come see. Hey, real quick, in the Open in the big time division now, you got Lincoln and Cathedral, right?
Lincoln Cathedral, LCC.
That's Achilles Smith's son?
Yeah. They're playing. I think they're ranked 18 or 19 in the state, so they're the real deal. I think LCC will beat Cathedral, and I think Lincoln will beat Mission, and then I think LCC can give them a run for their money. I'm not sure if they could beat them, but I think they can give them some problems just by scheme, and they got a really good quarterback throwing for like 36 touchdowns, 4 picks, like real deal. He's a junior, Quinn Roth. So we'll see. I think Lincoln's pretty tough, man. They're on another level than most of the schools around here.
No doubt. All right, let's end it with some hell yeah, hell no, real quick. Shaun, you go first. EW follow, and I'll end it. Hell yeah, hell no. Miami will not win the ACC.
Hell no.
Ooh. Should be Miami will win the ACC.
I don't think they fixed their issues. They lack discipline. Their attention to detail is not championship level. They've gotten by strictly on talent. They'll play whoever the best other version of a championship caliber team the ACC has, whether it be Clemson, Louisville, whoever.
SMU, right?
SMU, yeah. I don't think Miami wins that game. I think that game will come down to coaching and attention to detail, and Miami will lose because of it.
E-Dub?
I'm going to say who's better quarterback, Miami or the Clemson quarterback?
Miami.
Cam Ward's up for the consideration, I think. Klubnik's been playing better, but then they hit the hiccup last week. So
yeah, I'm gonna say hell yeah. I don't think at the end of the day, I think
I like SMU. I like SMU. I'm gonna say hell no, they don't win it.
I haven't seen a snap at SMU, so I'm not. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be a hell of a story? SMU
that'd be awesome.
And win the conference title year one.
Yeah, I can't wait for Steve Kim tomorrow because he was in Atlanta at the game, and he's probably devastated today. So
for sure.
Hell yeah, hell no. Tennessee is the best team in the SEC.
Hell no, because the quarterback can't consistently complete the
Layup.
The vertical passing game. Like they're close. That D line is legit. They can run the ball, and Nico got hurt too in this Mississippi State game. He didn't finish the game, but he's just so inconsistent throwing the ball down the field right now.
I'm gonna say hell no. I think Texas and Alabama would beat them. So no.
Yeah, I agree. Hell no. Hell yeah, hell no. Mike McCarthy will be fired after the season.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say hell yeah on this one. After Parsons and them little comments, and then Dak's out for the rest of the year, I'm gonna say hell yeah.
He's done.
Yeah, hell yeah, he's done. Hell yeah, hell no. Cardinals will win the NFC West.
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no. They haven't created enough separation. And everybody else is getting healthy too.
Nah.
Yeah, I agree. Everybody's getting healthy. They won't beat the Rams or the Niners late. Even Seattle. Hell yeah, hell no. Army will finish the season undefeated and make the college football playoff.
Can I answer?
It's Veterans Day, Shaun.
Hey, can I answer after the Notre Dame game? Don't they have like Notre Dame Navy in that the rest of their schedule?
I don't think Army played Notre Dame, do they? I know Navy did.
Hold on, let me look it up. Go ahead, Weddle. Let me look it up.
I'm going to say hell yeah because I'd love to see it. And they'd probably win their first playoff game because no one would be ready for what that offense brings. Just like Air Force last year. Remember, we were hoping Air Force would win out so they could play because we'd love to see it because you facing the wing tee, triple option, veer. Listen, that's what Brawley was doing to us, and we hadn't seen it on film. And it was the greatest veer mesh I had ever seen. The quarterback running down the line 3-4 yards, riding. I was like, I'm sorry, guys. Like, hey, this is what we need to do. Maybe I could have definitely did some adjustments earlier to help them. So it's on me. But, man.
They got the wide spread. The tackle will get in a split.
Yeah, I don't even know where the ball was.
I used to do the same thing. Split the tackle out, man. I'm running veer to the shade. I'm running veer to the shade. You give me a shade, we're checking it to the shade. We're running veer inside.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was good.
Schedule update. Army is on a bye this week. Then they are at Notre Dame November 23rd.
At Yankee Stadium, isn't it?
It doesn't say where I'm looking at.
I believe it is.
Then they got UTSA and Navy to round out. I'm going to say because they get a bye, they're going to be healthy. I'm going to say hell yeah. Army's running the table.
Let's go. That'd be so sweet.
I think Army beats Notre Dame in a shocker and loses to Navy, though.
Really?
Yeah, man. Navy owns Army, man.
They do.
So I just think it's one of those things. It'll be a great game, though, to watch, especially after the whole thing, the election.
Here's what I'm gonna predict. Army goes undefeated, loses in the American Athletic title game to Tulane, though.
Oh, Tulane homer. Here we go. Smitty entered the chat.
I didn't know Smitty was here.
Smitty enters the chat. Hey, Tulane may get one of the non-conference playoff wins, right? I mean, Power 4 playoff.
Yeah, y'all better start acting like we ain't legit. Like, come on.
What's their record?
7-2, 8-2, something like that. We lost to Kansas State and Oklahoma. Should have beat both of them.
They're not getting a large bid though, right?
Oh, Boise State just got to lose one more.
So you guys are next up in line.
We're right there. Yeah, we're right there in that conversation.
Yeah, we right there. We like 23, 22.
We beat Army. hey, we beat undefeated Army in the AAC championship game. Okay.
Hey, E-Dub. Hey, we got to end it with E-Dub. E-Dub, we got to end it with you. Hell yeah, hell no. Utah beats Colorado. See, he does a real one. He has to think.
Don't answer with your heart.
Hey, Shaun, you and Smitty would both be like, hell yeah, Tulane win. Hell yeah, Indianapolis Colts win. Hell yeah, Ball State wins.
So like, Ball State and Tulane not in the same category. Like, I'm backing a real workhorse. He's backing a mule.
No, I don't. If we are real on here. I'll be rooting for my guys, obviously, but I don't. Honestly, I think Colorado will win out. And if they win out, I don't think they get into the Big 12 the way the losses. Obviously, if BYU wins out, they're in. But
I think Colorado right now, if they go,
they're in. They control their own destiny.
Oh, nice.
They would play BYU.
And BYU's BYU's not. BYU is Miami.
Yeah.
They've been lucky as hell this year.
They have for sure.
Hey,
and it showed like we got a top 10, we got a top 5 defense, so it's not like anything.
Yeah.
Is to say when you can't. It's hard to score on us, but yeah, Colorado, man, that's been what a turnaround.
Y'all offense is so ass right now. They can't.
I know. Shaun, I know.
On. Yeah, it is. And then I'll be honest, the job Damian Lewis and Warren Sapp have done with that Colorado D line.
Seriously,
they're playing some salty ball, man.
They are.
Real talk.
Tip your hat to them, man. They're good football. Really good football.
Now, the only thing I don't know about them, they hadn't been challenged by a legit quarterback yet. They got a very favorable schedule based on opposition quarterbacks.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, man, couldn't thank you enough. Veterans Day, taking some time. E-Dub got to get ready for a playoff game.
Good luck this week, E-Dub.
Thanks, guys.
Shaun jumping on. Veterans Day, shout out. E-Dub Monday. Shaun King joined us. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
You guys have a great one, man.
You too, E-Dub. Shaun, we'll see you tomorrow. Steve Kim will join us tomorrow. The Korean Cosell will dive into T-Rich on T-Rich Tuesdays. Dr. Jesse Morse will join us, give us your update, injuries on the NFL. And pound that like, subscribe, become a member, share it. And appreciate you all jumping in here on a Veterans Day as I rock solo for the next couple days before Smitty comes back. Shout out to everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, kill the ass a rap. We what the game's been.